Welcome back to the careful and discerning viewer. Where last we left, I believe I was in the middle of a digression far to the north that I'd like to revisit for just a moment. Caecilius Raish, and if that name doesn't terrify you, then I'm afraid you're ill-informed, has woken up an ancient being who seemed fascinated by the mention of a sword, one in the keeping of a roamer. And we'll pick up outside of that temple as this pale figure gets on a nightmarish horse full of shadow and flame. And in the gleaming armor, Caecilius Raish addresses him. So, you will hunt them down, and the sword will be your payment. No. You know what I want. And what is that? Release me. I'm tired of this half-life. Destroy me, for real. Whispers all around, as Caecilius seems to consult with something that's both there and not there. Agreed. You'll have your death. Find us the sarcophagus, take the sword, and kill anyone in your way. Without a word, the rider takes off. Perhaps south, it looks like from the stars. And we pick up in Calimport.
Which is north.
I go further south. I just keep going.
Sorry, who's Caecilius?
Oh.
JK.
It's okay.
Everybody
It's
knows.
okay. This narrator has an intimate knowledge of Caecilius Raish. I see a bit of myself in him, as we all should. You have just exited the boat, and you've all seen the somewhat smug face of Belle waving at you from across the docks.
Oh, gods. Does it have to be him again?
I'm sure he's forgiven us by now.
What do you think he wants?
Whatever it is, it's something to benefit him, and him only. I guess we'll find out momentarily. Killian will raise a hand, waving in the distance.
As you wave, he starts to walk towards you, and you walk towards him. Romer. The far end of the docks, you see a one-armed figure. Skinny, human, looks kind of rat-like. And you see him look at you. And you see him drop what he's holding and start running. And then you have a splitting headache. It's the fog of war. And you see your sword take an arm from him as he's crawling backward.
Tight.
Sorry.
But then it's just all like a shattering glass. You see a larger figure that you were fighting. Looks like a warlord. But then you see a woman, again familiar that you've been seeing. You're embracing each other. There's the sun coming up. There's a small house together. And it's flowing back and back and back, and it feels like you're falling. And in fact, before your eyes, Romer has just kind of suddenly fallen over, holding his head. And you come to as you're on your knees, again back in Calimport.
Are you alright?
Just memories.
Of here?
No, of past life.
I can relate.
It's fragmented. Comes back to me in glimpses, and the man over there just right away. Apparently I took his arm off. I don't even remember. I kind of remember doing it, but not really.
Well, I'm sure you had your reasons. Help him up.
Kind of stands up, kind of his hand on his temple, clutching, like white-knuckling the blade in his hand, almost like half drawing the blade. He just, all of a sudden, he gets very paranoid and just starts looking around.
You feel like you hear a faint voice almost coming from your sword for a second, like just a voice in the wind that just says, immaterial.
He just kind of breathes. Probably nothing. Pretty scared of me. Don't think we'll have to worry about it, but just keep your eye out for him. One-armed man.
Oh, I will.
Kind of Weasley looking. You know, if you saw him or not.
Two of you did not.
A Weasley-looking one-armed man. I think we can handle that.
Probably a lot of them here. Only one I know I did, though.
The rest you don't know.
Drink a bit too much, love. Belle has approached you in this meantime.
Always.
That's a good lad. Well, welcome to Calimport. Glad you took my advice. How was everybody's trip?
Relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've heard otherwise, but good to know.
Word travels fast.
Well, I know a few people here and there, and in fact, after last time we left, I did a bit of checking on you. Quite the adventure in Chalk, lads.
You heard about that? It was just a minor thing, really.
What did you hear?
You restored the god of Cholt from waking up. You
That's true.
expelled something that should never have been on this plane of existence.
Check.
We did.
Heard you found a wizard in a bottle. Stopped some old shitty sorcerer who had something in the jungle 20 years ago. Heard that some basilisks are now being studied as they've hatched.
Oh,
Well, you have us at a bit of a disadvantage then, I think. It's only right that you tell us a bit more about yourself.
Oh, I'm just a humble man making a living, doing good where I can.
Mm-hmm.
Which does bring us to currently what you all can do for me and what I can reciprocally do for you.
I was wondering when you'd get to it.
which one's first?
Well, first being that you all cost me quite dearly the last time we met, I think you'll help me first and then I'll help you.
We didn't do that on purpose. We were trying to help.
I know, and that's why I know you'll help me now, because it'll help a great number of people.
Well, you have our attention.
Well, few simple jobs, little rituals, nothing too big.
Rituals.
Yes. Ones that might, in fact, interest some of you. Looks directly at you, Romer. A little bit of gold in it for you, but also, if you're looking to find out more about this, he holds up his piece of amber. Like, I know who you can talk to. But you gotta get to the Dark Bazaar. And to get to the Dark Bazaar, you need an invitation. And seeing as you don't have an invitation, I can give you one.
This is why we're here.
Do I know anything about it?
You know what? Yeah, I don't think you need to roll. I think you've heard
Like rumors?
absolute
Like vague?
rumors. Like,
Yeah.
Sailors whispering about it on the boat.
And I mean, and you have too, actually.
Cool.
The two of you have. Elbin, you do not. You've heard rumors and people have, and in fact, some, again, you kind of half remember from times past of people like, we go to the Dark Bazaar, we get a weapon, we come back here. You know that red wizards are frequently trying to get into the Dark Bazaar, have gotten into the Dark Bazaar, and stuff, and are frequently getting kicked out or not seen from the Dark Bazaar. Elvin, it just sounds like it could be another place here.
There must be rules.
For the Dark Bazaar? Oh, yeah. Don't want to cross things down there. See, all sorts of things exist down there. It is both here and not here. It's within Calimport, but it's also a bit of a demi-plane. Got Celestials, Fiends, Mind Flayers, everybody making deals.
Mind flayers.
But, you see, there are rules. Nobody gets to move against anybody else. There's a neutrality there.
What if you're attacked?
Well, you shouldn't be. If you are, the perpetrator would get in just about as much trouble. But if you break the rules, you'll be attacked by the gods. And fed to some ancient being somewhere. Name changes all the time. Who knows what it is?
Sounds great.
I'm interested.
Thought you might be.
I'm
things
not
to
so much
study.
interested, but I do owe a favor to.
Who would we be helping? Other than you, of course.
Other than me. Well, first of all, we gotta basically stop a bit of a little haunting, but that's somewhat minor. Then we have to do something a bit rougher. Ritual. It's an exorcism, basically.
An exorcism. Shouldn't
We're
you have
not,
a
we're not priests.
cleric for that?
I don't know, when you got the right materials. You should know that, you've studied. Well, you have completed a ritual quite like it, if the rumors are true. Though
Like a
this time
wonderful
we're
way.
trying to keep the host alive.
You mentioned that's what's in it for you. I presume there's more in it for us than just an invitation.
Mostly the gold. Maybe a bit of instructive material for the future. Plus access.
What does that mean?
Well, sometimes people make pacts with things that aren't here, and sometimes they want to break those pacts.
Don't play games with me.
Just saying, you might be uniquely interested. It might be connected to whatever this little thing is, maybe not.
I forget what we've seen about the amber.
All you really saw was you saw that kind of shadow disappearing from it, and it
Yeah,
looked
that's
like it
right.
was kind of a meteorite.
Yeah,
That's right.
Like crash through the tree.
And I think after you spoke, I don't think it would be much to deduce that Opteo said that something hit it on the head and put it to sleep, which
Yeah.
should not have happened.
You got bonked.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, Killian would sort of look at the two of them like a little bit hopeful, like,
Not much for another exorcism, but I suppose if this time will be different.
If you can do it right, you'll be helping somebody who wants it.
All right.
We'll
What
be
can
able
you-
to talk to them.
Which
Person-
one?
The person who needs the exercising.
If we find him, and it's him that we find first.
So you're,
Point
you're
taken.
coming with us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Be right behind you the whole way.
Sure you wouldn't rather be in front of us?
Not lads like you, capable.
Not while we can shield him from whatever danger he's afraid of.
that is why we've incorporated ourselves, after all. Well, we didn't organize to be followers, did we?
No, that's not my consent.
We organized to be leaders, you see.
That's spoken like a scholar and a warrior.
It's more the idea of him being behind us.
Can't see he would have much to gain from harming us at this point. He already knows so much about us. If he would have wanted to, he would have ambushed us. We would have not seen it coming, I think. Maybe I give you too much credit, but based on the information he's just openly given us, I don't think he's a foe.
What if we say no?
Don't get into the dark bazaar, don't get paid, don't find out what's in that pocket, and you can't figure out the mysteries surrounding the three of you. The stars move differently around you three lads.
How would you know that?
Well, I talk to this person, they talk to that person, you know. The dark bazaar has people there, one in particular that I think would interest you. Most people just call him Mr. E.
I think Killian would be looking like a kid, like trying to convince his parents. It's not like, oh, you wouldn't want Romer's writers to not engage in a bit of mischief.
Son of a bitch.
Romer's writers. I thought we...
Just for right now.
Mystery.
And we're not cowards, right?
No, actually, maybe if there's a place in Calimport we can get Romer's Writers incorporated.
Well, we don't have to go that far.
We probably won't have time.
I think we could make time.
We don't have time.
Sure
We should get moving.
You could probably sign some pact to the cosmos that would be your name forever in the Dark Bazaar. Who knows?
Sign a pact? Sound good to you?
It does not.
We'll hold off on the pact. We will take you up on the offer.
Good. Do we want to get started?
I'd like to get a drink.
Are we under the gun?
All 5.
I guess they don't know what guns are. Are we under the crossbow?
Are we into the blunderbuss?
Man, we have time for a quick drink, but that's about it, man.
It's just that we've been on the sea for several days.
Yeah.
Could do with
A meal and a
rest.
drink. Alright. A meal and a drink. Don't drink too much. We got a lot of work today.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Are there spells to be gotten in the Dark Bazaar?
Just about everyone you want, mate.
So all of them.
How much gold did you say you were willing to front us before we undertake?
Front, mate, we gotta get paid first.
So someone's paying you.
Someone's paying us.
Well, you know how capable we are. I'm just saying it would benefit us all if we could find...
Shouldn't we meet this employer?
Well, no. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, fellas. The employer is a bit of a mark. He's got a haunted house right now. I may have had one of the servants put in a crystal, minor spirit, little bit of illusions. He's gonna pay us to get rid of that one. But that's gonna help us later, trust me.
Okay.
Who is this person?
Bit of a collector, known around Calimport. Lots of things that he collects. Most of them are junk, and he thinks they're important, but sometimes, well, everyone gets lucky.
Well, I'm not a thief.
Oh, yeah.
And he just gives him like a cold look.
Understood.
What you're talking about is basically theft.
Yeah, yes and no. More like borrowing.
In my book, it's theft.
Well, I understand. But all you have to do is put on a bit of a show. The real work I need you for comes later. But we need to get into that house.
You want something in that house?
Yes, I do.
Again, back to the thievery.
He didn't exactly get this thing by the most scrupulous means, so I don't feel that bad about it.
I'll tell you what, why don't you give me his name? You go have a drink, and I'll meet you back there in a few hours.
Now, mate, only I can get into what we need to get into. I need you to do this.
I'm not going in there.
We'll
Confirming
take you.
your story.
That it's haunted?
No.
We can't talk about the book. That's what I need. Don't ask him about what he has.
No intention of asking him about anything specific. I want to understand his character.
This is wasting time, but fine. Lads, if that's what you want to do to make yourselves feel better, feel free.
Is that what we want to do?
That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I'll meet you at the Silken Scarf.
Man, you've been to Calimport before. That's exactly where we're going.
Well, I think I'll take you up on that drink.
All right.
Me too.
We'll get me a to-go bottle.
We'll see.
This is the address and a map.
Basically, I just want to do like a gather information on this guy to see if he's like, a bad dude, or if he's, down on his luck, or if it, you know what I mean.
Okay.
He's trying to rationalize it.
You continue to fall. Calimport has obviously a bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty sprawling. You go from what are essentially stacks of houses on top of each other in tenements, you start to get into the nicer neighborhoods. You reach what is probably best described as a manor house for Calimport, even though there's those kind of slick, almost sandstone. The architecture is different, but it has balconies and verandas, and it has almost what looks like kind of gold domes on the top. Mm-hmm. It is a nice place.
I mean, I'm not trying to break in or anything like that.
No,
I just want to kind of just do, like, again, like a gather info to just see if there's anything I can find out about this guy. If, like, if he's like an upstanding citizen and he's never harmed a person, or if he's a slave trader.
Yeah, sure. I think you watch the house while you're doing this. You see what seems like servants enter, some that look like fairly rich appointed. You don't know if they're nobles or not. They're at least merchants at the very least. Like, people leave. You also see, as you're kind of doing your reconnaissance, a couple people go through a different door that look a bit more like thieves or something like that. You also ask the neighbors, or just you ask the neighbors, and most people say that he's pretty secretive if they're actual neighbors.
Right.
Street vendors, like, he's a fucking shithead.
Okay.
Basically, like, yeah, no, he's an absolute asshole.
All right. Well, Romer's still not happy about stealing because that's just not who he is.
Sure.
But he's gonna let it slide a little bit, mainly because he's trying to, again, in his head, he's trying to kind of endear himself with these two a little bit because he realizes he can't do this on whatever he's going to do on his own. Mm-hmm. And they both have a ton of power. And he's just juggling that kind of complexity in his mind. He's really just trying to rationalize it in his head.
It's okay. I can do this.
Yeah.
That's what you got, and if that's... don't love it, but you're like, it doesn't sound great.
Okay, so I'll head back.
Killian has zero moral qualms.
I figured it.
Right? Like, he's in for a drink. I don't think he cares a bit.
You guys eat, drink. If there's anything specifically you want to ask Bell, you can ask at this moment, but if not, the meal passes and he'll just chat you up.
I think he would ask a little more about the amber.
Okay.
I think Killian would just generally ask, what have you found out about the amber? It means something. It's very valuable to you. Woke a god. Or knocked out a god, rather.
I did. That's what's important to me. How something knock out a god.
Indeed.
There are many things that can do that. It's powerful, but inscrutable. Can't tell what it is. Don't know. Like I said, I pulled this out of somebody. He looks at it for kind of a long minute. Somebody far too young for me to pull this out of. I don't know. It's not my number one concern, but it could be a growing one. I got enough fucking problems, mate.
Have you heard of more? That's two.
Everything else is rumors. People having trouble sleeping. Other people sleeping too much. That wouldn't typically concern me much. But it's from the different places that I hear it from. And there's far darker rumors from far up north in the old Sword Coast.
People having trouble sleeping around here or all over?
All over. Well, different spots, not in any necessary geographic area. Typical dark magic things, rumors, unexplainable events. Maybe it's connected, maybe it's not.
Have you noticed anything about yourself since you've been carrying it around?
No. Still got the same bad luck that I had before I had it.
Well, we're here.
That is true. That's the thing about luck. It can turn around just like that.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
that line of questioning.
That's basically what you
No
get.
more questions, Your Honor?
He starts regaling you about other stories, and you enter back, and he is like, so, they got an elephant up like this, right? Sees you, is like, what's the verdict?
I don't say anything to him. I just look at you and nod. That's it. Wine.
He's like, it's a bartender. The bartender slides it down.
A few bottles.
Bell laughs.
To go.
In a to-go cup.
One big to-go cup.
Big gulp.
You stuff them in. And you guys head up. Now you all see the same thing. You follow kind of the same track. And you see what is essentially a manor house in Calimport. Richly appointed. It looks nice. As you kind of go past the windows, Killian, you can see that there are just libraries that go back and what look like random trinkets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would definitely linger on that.
Are you okay doing this fake exorcism?
Was the exorcism fake?
This ain't the exorcism. This is just leading up to the exorcism, mates. This is just parlor tricks. What?
Right, in their minds. Exorcism, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're absolutely right.
You good with that?
I think so.
I don't want to have any part in it. I'll just have you back.
That works. What about you, Albin?
Will I do an exorcism?
Parlor tricks.
Is the stealing part?
You're not going to be stealing the thing, mate. So don't worry.
We're distracting him so he can get this book that he needs, probably for the exorcism. Or something else. Assuming he's telling even part of the truth, which I doubt.
Well, with Romer's confidence.
Alright, mate.
Just the book we're stealing.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely vital to the exorcism.
It is.
The ends justify the means here. Certainly.
For now.
The knowledge has to be obtained in order to do good.
It's a fine line, my friend.
Line is clear to me. Let's go.
Alright. Hands you a slip of paper. He's like, now, when we get in here, this top word will unleash this minor spirit. Put on a good show for a few minutes, then just speak these words. It goes away. He knocks on the door. A servant answers. Yes? He's like, yes, I am Bell, and I've hired professionals to deal with your little problem. Please, I need to speak with Mr. Abood. I was like, yes, of course. The problem in the master bedroom. He's like, the problem in the master bedroom is it you guys.
It's alright, we're professionals.
Another clear-cut case, boys.
Find a piano. I hate this stuff.
Yeah, that's drives him crazy.
And we'll be discreet. Absolutely.
Head up, there's a small parlor, and you see a kind of finely appointed, and he has like the hard part kind of combed over and up, and a rich mustache. It looks like he's almost wearing what we would consider like a smoking jacket. Like it's complete leisure wear that is more expensive than any of the clothes that you're all wearing. Rings on every one of his fingers, and he kind of comes up. He's like, yes, Master Bell. These are the professionals. He's like, that they are. Best that your gold can buy. I guarantee you. He's like, and I trust that anything in the bedroom won't be destroyed or harmed.
Only spirits.
That's good. That's good. I wish there was something in one of my tomes that could have helped me with this, but unfortunately, that's not one I have acquired yet. It's like, well, I will pay you all handsomely. Also, I do have neighbors, so you will be discreet, won't you?
Absolutely.
You have Bell's word.
It's like, you have my word. Touch it, and he touches the guy's arms. And yes, of course, thank you. And they lead you up this kind of round staircase that goes up down a hallway. There are it looks like priceless pieces of art hanging. Some of it, you look like, is that the... Oh, no way a private collector does that. It's like...
Linger on some.
And there are rare plants here. Plants that are definitely not indigenous to Calimport. Some look like they almost might be magically kept. There's like a couple evergreen, like just looks like evergreen trees that are starting to grow like that. They can't grow in this in this climate, but as you kind of reach past the pot, you can feel that it's a bit cooler and almost like...
I'm watching Belle the whole time. Like, I'll trail behind everyone.
Mm-hmm. Belle's... I was like, that's a nice painting. Yeah, now, and I would suggest, Mr. Abood, that you probably don't want to stick around here. I'd probably get as far away from the bedroom. Now, they're professionals, but kind of looks back at you, he's like, things can go wrong. It could escape right now from the binding spells that I've put on the door already. It hasn't been able to leave, but we're going to have to break them to get in there. You understand? She's like, of course, yes. I shall leave you. It's like, well, there's some gold in this for you, gentlemen. And gold speaks more than anything else.
Apparently.
Don't worry. We're going to deal with your problem. And I'm going to put his hand on his shoulder and speak in Celestial, just like, we're going to free the spirit in Celestial, just to inspire some confidence.
Oh, my.
It's like, glass past.
So you hire professionals. It seems to go off feeling quite good. Like, Belle watches. He's like, all right, mates. Rest is all you. I'm going to start slipping to the library.
Good luck.
Thanks, mates. Put on a good show.
Let me help you. I'll cast invisibility on him.
You can hear him. That's right, Belle. You can hear him as he's walking, just, your luck's turning around, mate. And you hear some slight, light footsteps kind of start to go downstairs, and then you can't hear anymore. It's quiet. And there are well-appointed doors, like fine wood, and the handles are... Looks like it might be gold and silver, like inlay.
Mm-hmm.
It's ostentatious.
You ready?
You're going to speak the word.
I suppose so.
And we're going to put on the show.
Who's gonna see it, though?
Not see it.
Hear it.
I'll have to hear it.
And we'll have to break some things.
We might. Shall we?
All right.
Yes, let's get this over with.
Just open it up and just read the word and would totally unceremoniously.
Hold on. What does the bedroom look like?
So, the bedroom we have right here. So there's a couple... These are actually kind of nice...
Shall I go to battle?
Yes, please. Nice columns that kind of come up, so not so rough. There are a number of tables that have things... The bed is fine silks. I mean, it is ridiculously carved. It's a canopy bed. There's a balcony out this way, and these each have windows. They do look like they've been shuttered, kind of as you come in from the inside, maybe. But art hanging on the walls. There's a wardrobe over here. There's a chaise that has, just night clothes just laid over it.
I definitely know what a chaise is.
Yeah, same. I mean, everybody has a chaise.
Yeah. I'm just going to put my jacket in my chaise. It's like an armoire.
What? It's like
what's
the
the
mini
difference?
couch
Sure.
that
Yeah.
has the the kind of one arm that kind of leads out. That
And
you
then
could
it's
lay
empty on
on.
the other. It's empty, kind of open on the other
You
side.
go like Cleopatra style.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I did not know it was
Yeah,
called
the chaise.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Sorry, Andrew.
I'm giving Jeff a point of inspiration.
How did you know what a chaise was? Jeff's got a chaise collection at home. It's in the chaise room.
It's got a whole mix of chaise.
Got four
chaise mix, if you will.
What's chaise
do.
plural?
Chaises.
Chaises.
Chaise mix.
Les Chez.
Les Chez.
Les Chez.
That's mix. Oh, I hate you, man.
Aw, man, you don't hate me.
Can I, when he gets inspiration, can we take it away from him?
Okay. Belle did tell you that it's like a small, like, crystal that's, like, set right inside that chest there that nobody has looked. And as you come in, you can hear a couple, like, and the curtains kind of blow. The plant's going, it's like, leave this place. Nothing looks like it's really that bad, but some of the tables kind of shake as you get in there.
This is after I read the word?
No.
Oh,
This is
okay.
before.
This does not look too right. You think he's full of shit?
Difficult to say, I think. Well, there's one way to find out. We've dealt with a god. We're not going to be waylaid by a spirit. Speak the words. Yeah. Pull out the wand.
Just make sure there's nothing I want to do first.
Bark skin.
I don't have it.
I don't know. There you go.
I'll read the word.
Okay. It's not a word that you're familiar with. You're just like, ha. And it looks almost like, the chest cracks open. And it looks like light starts shimmering out and smoke. And you see it like, it looks like a ghastly form. It's like, I am the ghost. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then you start to hear, it sounds like crystal rattling. And the crystal shatters. That disappears. And out of it, a terrifying form of a woman just missing kind of like half the jaw with a tongue sticking out. Just, let's all roll in it.
I say, get her!
Yeah. Get her, Romer.
That was your plan?
Jeez.
And she's a Chez, right?
Yo, for real though, is there one of those little brown rye shes in there? Because that's my jam.
Y'all
And this is a
yourselves
chest,
in the
right?
room where you
The
think
treasure
you are.
chest.
When he said chest, I definitely had that same thought.
Yeah.
The shes.
When he said a word you're not familiar with.
You guys
it's all
came in
Chez.
there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
But
that's
you,
like a
you could have
fireplace.
been anywhere in the room, though.
I'm sure I'd be up front.
Yeah, we.
Cheers, squeaky, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my chest kind of squeaky too. You want to be
Yeah, I would
adjacent?
be up there. Yeah.
All right. Elvin, where are you at?
19.
Roll for...
19's pretty good.
damn low. Okay. Romer.
I do impression.
10. Good job.
Okay. Killian.
29 for me,
Damn it.
and 19 for
19 is pretty good.
19 for
I guess we'll let Anarchy go before Elvin.
What's your dex?
Plus 3.
Yeah, whatever. It's easy if she just goes before you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you all, as soon as you entered the room, added up what you knew about Belle and the situation, all at the ready. You have all got the jump on this undead, we'll call it.
We'll call it.
Okay, well, I am... Ooh, I don't want to lose concentration because invisibility. So I will... You know what?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On your turn, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
DC 15.
Let's look at my wisdom save. 0.
What was the...
Wisdom?
What was I looking for?
15?
I will use my reaction to add +4 to my roll.
Okay. Pass.
So, what is it? I don't even remember what it's called now.
War.
Arcane Deflection
Right.
from War Magic.
Okay, for a second, just your spine goes cold. Oh my god. Like you're completely terrified as you look at the impossible nature of like a tongue coming out of just mid-throat and rot in spectral form. But you managed to kind of shake it off. You can proceed.
All right, well, with that, I can only cast a cantrip, so that reduces my decision space. So I will hold my action until Anarchy is adjacent and finishes her turn.
Got it.
You know. You know the deal. Anarchy will fly around the room, feathers flapping, and I'll fire off a firebolt.
That thing's flapping. Fire a firebolt. Too much alliteration.
Can you freaking stop? That would be a 19.
Yeah.
Cool. For 4 damage. Zang.
Yeah, this 10s
All
and
that
12s
setup.
are brutal.
You see some of the flames stick, but you also see that some of them have just kind of passed through and hit the bed, and it just starts to go up. It doesn't look like it's nearly as harmed as you would have expected, but
Really?
but it does look. It's still like.
Alright, he will also kind of back into a corner a little bit. That's me.
Okay, Elvin.
I will cast a frostbite, so I'll need a 16 con save.
Where's it?
It's at the
Oh, okay.
a 16 con save.
Yeah.
My dude, I'm not even gonna roll it.
It's immune.
And it is just.
Rude.
Anything else for you, my dude?
At that, I will maybe back away a little bit. That's it for me.
Romer.
Let me just. I gotta look at something real quick.
Okay.
Romer.
It's now kind of moving around the space, just 3 feet above the ground.
He sleeps above the sheets. 3 feet above the sheets.
All right. Well, he has the. Do I have to make a roll? Did he have to make a roll?
Oh, yes, you have to make a roll.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
sorry. Actually, make that wisdom roll. Thank you.
Oh, I'm super wise.
Yep. You are both.
I'll take my coin out.
Okay.
Dude, in your terror, rubbing the coin.
I'm gonna hit your tails. Nope.
Failed?
Oh yeah. I have a 0 wisdom buffer.
Give me a moment.
While you're doing that, I would like to give Romer my inspiration.
I already have. Oh, yeah, I already have one. Sorry. What we gonna? I don't
Stop
know.
being so good. No, I'm not going to tell you now.
Oh.
Because he knows what a chaise is.
You are frightened for 1 minute, but you also see Romer just. His hair goes white and starts to grow.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
You're
Aged.
You become aged by about 30 years.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
You maintain all your stats, but you get wrinkled.
All right.
Everything feels a bit heavier.
I passed that one.
God damn it! And I'll have the blade. I can still act though.
You can still act. You have everything the same.
And he
you're
just
aged.
tangs the blade, and it just vibrates, and it just kind of shimmers for a second. Bloop, 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 bloop. It creates mirror image.
Sweet.
Right.
Sweet.
You see a number of other roamers now aged, long white hair and a long white beard, step out, somewhat hunched over, holding their
But
swords.
the sword's actually kind of dragging on the ground.
I gotta look
Everything
at the
else is the same, though.
Cool. It's awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking kill Killian later.
Dude, what?
If you don't die before your turn's over.
You're stupid.
Okay. Actually, you are. With that, it actually moves right through you. Just. It actually comes over here to you, Killian.
No attacks
That's
opportunity.
No, I'm afraid it
That's
does
Elbin.
not, as it enters
Elbin.
through
That's
something else.
Elbin.
Elbin.
Elbin, sir. He's Killian.
No, I'm afraid that is a crit. my
Okay.
dude.
So I'm 60.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Guess I'll take it.
A spectral hand. Ooh, this is gonna hurt, my dude.
That's cool.
It's gonna hurt really bad, man.
Harder.
You have
man.
enough dice?
I do. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, you can only use what you have.
All right. A hand kind of comes out, pushes into your chest, and you can feel it gripping your heart.
She's calamaing you.
Yeah.
Got him.
Oh, good. It's a Sean roll.
Yeah, okay. See, I only saw the 6 and the 5.
Same here.
All right.
By the way, there's 2 Sean rolls. There's a DM Sean roll, and then
Right,
there's a player Sean roll.
You take, 25 points of damage.
6.
As
7,
it brings you to your knees for a moment as you're just...
I'm gonna kill Bell.
He would definitely be... Concentration on my invisibility. That could cause some fun.
Let it go on purpose.
That could cause some fun.
You just let it go.
He's good. Yeah.
Okay.
He's tiptoeing through the living room like,
Okay. All right. Well. Killian, it's your turn.
Okay. Cool. I think Anarchy will swoop down. This is a little bit narrative. It kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm going to... Oh, wait. I can't hold my action because I would be out of order if I do what I wanted to do. Because you can't hold a bonus action. Okay. I will... Yep. Then on my turn, I'm going to Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
No, scratch that. I'm going to Misty Step. The Misty Boys are back in town.
Romer's Misty Boys.
Okay.
Misty Step. 10,
We all
20,
get all misty.
30. Just to the other side of the bed, wide-eyed, and back up against this, like the balcony door. And then for my action, I'll hold my action until
Got it.
she is adjacent.
Anarchy is now adjacent.
19 again.
For sure.
There you go.
15 damage this time.
Was that fireball?
Yeah. Looks like the fire isn't doing as much.
It looks like it's doing something, but not quite as much as maybe a fleshy, soft body.
Yeah. I think he'll be leaning against the pillar too, just...
It is now, but like the flames have kind of also turned a bit spectral, so it kind of turned blue as it's
Cool.
just, and it's just Eldon.
I think I'm going to read whatever that word is. That was,
Nice. Frantically trying.
yeah.
I think that ship might have sailed, but it doesn't hurt to try it.
Go ahead and read it, please. Or no, you don't actually have something to read. I didn't give you
No,
one.
that's true.
Let me just see this real fast. Yeah, go ahead and just kind of make a wisdom saving throw as you.
I'll flip my coin.
Okay. What was the highest?
11.
11. That's okay. That's all you need. You say them, and at first it doesn't work, and for whatever reason, you crush the paper. And as you do, for whatever reason, you say them again, and it is just getting sucked up. It is still there, but you see it getting, like, clearly bits of it are kind of being pulled back into the crystal, and like just like gossamer threads are kind of being pulled off of it as it seems to be getting sucked in, but it is still there at the moment.
Cool.
Romer. Actually, it's pulled 5 feet too.
It's going towards the chest.
Going towards the chest.
Then he's going to move there. He's going to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts
Gotcha.
at it. 17
Oh yeah, you hit.
and a 12.
Also hit.
Oh, okay. 14 force damage.
You, as your bits of it now are just being blasted off from your eldritch energy, and it's just, it looks like it's trying to claw its way out of you, just looking at all of it, just It is its go. It hasn't.
I guess
Oh yeah, go
I
ahead.
need to make a save at the end of my turn for the fear.
Yes,
right?
you do.
Oh, did
Yes.
you roll at disadvantage on your attacks?
I didn't. Well, if I did, that first one still would have hit. So let me just roll for this.
Yeah,
Roll the
yeah,
second
good
one.
point.
Still would have hit.
Got it.
Lowest I rolled was 15.
Yep.
So fear is a disadvantage also.
You passed.
Is it all saves?
No, I think it's
It should
attack
just,
roll.
it'll just be the same wisdom save.
Which is, yeah.
It'll be on here, but I think it's attack and ability rolls.
All right, you're still just.
Which is why I moved away from it anyway. So.
Yeah, because you can't move closer.
Elbin, it reaches one hand out to you. What
Right
is your
off that
armor
20.
class?
17.
No, it can't. It almost, you can see its fingers barely, but it's being pulled back, and it can't quite get there. And it has pulled another 5 feet, and Killian, it is your turn.
Okay. Well,
Do I opportunity attack it or not?
No.
I figured.
so I think it's only when things move on their own. I think Killian is gonna whack this thing with a magic missile. Mark off my spell slot. So magic missile. It'd be 11 damage, force damage. And bonus action, I'm gonna drink one of my potions. 4 pages of stuff.
You leaning against the pillar, put your wand up, and you see it just again. You're just tearing as the shreds kind of come off of the spectrum. They just disappear into mist.
That's it for me.
Okay, Anarchy, got anything?
Yeah, Anarchy will, seeing Romer's fear, fly around here and offer Romer the help action for at least that first attack.
Gotcha. Tight. Elvin.
Imagine the sounds outside are just like bird wings flapping, ghost noises, spell effects.
We're doing our
Things
job.
I mean, the bed is also still a little bit on fire. It hasn't fully caught, but it is like it's burned the headboard and some of that. Tables are being knocked over from even just the force of feels like wind sucking this thing back in. Yes. Things are getting wrecked in here.
It's hard to know what's going to hurt it. It seems like nothing.
Did the force damage seem to?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll try a claw you boy. I don't know. Yeah, primal savagery, so...
Absolutely hit.
2d10.
Is that poison?
Acid.
Acid. That's 12, my dude.
Every time.
You mean 10?
Just take every 12 out of
Yeah, I really don't use them. I probably should.
Well, I mean, you have a spell that does use it, but
It's for 10.
acid spray or whatever, or
You-
poison spray.
You dig through, and
seem
again,
very open, though.
it's now coming apart. Like, it's starting to split down its chest, and the arms are kind of on each side. Just, as you...
Did that seem to...
It did. It seemed to hurt it.
Tight.
Cool.
It's barely seems like it's still even corporeal at all. Like, bits are from... It's almost trying to pull itself back together, but it is not looking good.
All right, so the first one, rolling normal, 13,
That hits.
and then disadvantage is higher.
Definitely, they both hit.
So 11, force.
How?
So I mean, you're engaged with it. It's kind of clawing. They're kind of clawing at each other. The first one just kind of hits it like kind of in the side, kind of spins it around, and it kind of tears off, kind of like the arm. The second one just hits it like dead center, and just as it kind of like the blast goes through its chest, it just kind of pulls the energy away and just kind of dissipates behind it.
Tight.
As it goes, the crystal that seemed to be broken in half just shatters completely. And the room is quiet as Killian, you're looking down at your now wrinkled appendages. The bed is still slightly burning.
We'll go put out the bed.
I walk out of the room and...
Oh, sorry. That was not meant to be thrown. Thank you, Coach, for that.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
Whew.
I just walk out of the room and I head down to the library.
Okay,
I look to you. Cancel the spell.
I think before you go, I'm like, hold on. We don't know what happened. Don't make this for nothing. We still have a job to do, and we still have someone's life to save. This looked like it used that crystal to get to us. I don't think that was Bell's doing.
Look at me.
I don't think that was Bell's doing.
Cancel the spell.
Wait. We still have a job to do.
Bell! And he just starts yelling. In a raspy voice. Bell!
Don't let him know.
it doesn't take too long. Bell kind of comes in and is like, oh, you bloody shouting, mate. Oh! It's like, what the fuck happened here?
What was that, Bell?
He's like, they told me it was a minor.
As he's
illusion.
talking, I'm going to look away like I'm casting a spell, but I'm casting Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
I'm going to take out a bottle of wine like I'm going to drink it, and I'm going to smash it over his head.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all.
I'm not going to kill him. He's pissed.
He's like, mate, you don't even gotta detect my fucking thoughts. As he's saying that, he just, I mean, he's fucking bleeding. He's like, alright, mates, that you won. I didn't fucking know about, you're hearing the thoughts too, like, he's won, like, fuck him for just hitting me.
Yeah, I mean, even Killian's like Romer.
But he's like, I got that from a source. Clearly they were wrong. Supposed to be 75% illusion, 25% old spirit. Clearly that went bad. My apologies. Everybody made it out. We got what we came for. Let's get fucking paid.
Are you going to take care of that problem?
It's like, which problem? He's like, well, if we get into the Dark Bazaar, you can definitely get that taken care of.
You can get it taken care of.
I'll get it taken care of. I mean, you hear him going through in his head, like, the wrestling with, like, fuck him, he'll get it taken care of. He's like, I could send him here. Like, that'd be a real surprise for this piece of shit. Like, clearly...
Dude, yeah, I'll narrow
like,
my eyes looking at him.
Like, clearly, it's, like, going through, like, just in his spin of, like, yeah, finally it's like, yeah, we'll get it taken care of. It's not a big deal. It's a restoration spell. It's bullshit. But in his fucking...
He wants to fuck me up.
You hear, he's like, yeah, fucking sell your soul to a fucking demon, you piece of shit. Like...
Alright, yeah, Killian would drop the spell. Be like, he was telling the truth. And that was reckless. That's what's gonna get us killed. You didn't know. You acted out of anger. Don't do
What
it.
he did was reckless.
Don't do it.
Don't point your finger.
We're
at me,
stronger
boy.
than that. You can turn around right now, go back to that desert if you want to.
I might.
Do it.
Whoosh. He sheathes his sword. He walks out.
You see Bell talking to Mr. Abood. He's like, yo, clearly that was an incredible haunting that you had. He's like, fucking blood.
Look what happened
Romer
to me.
stomps out. He's like, Mr. Abood's like, was that man younger just a moment ago?
I think Elvin would healing word him as he's just like patch up his wine wound.
Oh, yeah, he's...
Once he makes sure Romer's not around anymore, he's getting that out.
Romer makes it out to the street. Bell's there, and he's like, yeah, what, you know... And he's like, we'll go ahead and need that payment, though. You see a large sack of gold be given to Bell. And he's like, thanks, mates. He's like, Mr. Abood, an absolute pleasure. You two watch Mr. Abood as you guys are heading down the street. Like, what happened to my bedroom? And as you heal, Bell, he's like, thanks. He's like, I ain't that mad, mates. That happens to me more often than it doesn't.
I can see why.
That was a surprise. We weren't expecting that.
He's like, I get it. If I was age 30, 45, I guess I'd be pretty pissed. I mean, the more, and like before he kind of heads out the door, you see him like, all right. He walks out to the street. We're going to take our first break there, everybody. Stick around as they've re-entered the streets of Calimport.
Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to us here at Castle Mac. We're so happy that you came. The point of this video is just to do a little bit of housekeeping on the break. That way when you come back, we can just jump straight back into the action with whatever show that you were watching. If you're watching us live right now on Twitch, you can go ahead and mash that follow button up here. If you're watching us a little bit later on YouTube, you can mash that subscribe button right down here. We stream live on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, both at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we try to upload our videos to YouTube about 48 hours later, so you can follow us there, youtube.com/CastleMac. If you want to talk to us outside of our streams, then you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Sometimes we post schedules there if we're going to be streaming in between. We have some friends of ours that stream on our channel, the Macolites. We also do a Marcha-style campaign with some of our friends in our Discord, and that happens periodically, so if you want to know when, you can just follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are all CastleMac, and then our first name. You can follow me, I'm CastleMac Lydia. You can follow Raven. You can follow our DMs, Stephen and John. You can follow any of us, and you can find our names right underneath of our characters on our nameplates. So we would love it if you would follow us, and you can find us on our other streams there. And also, if you want to talk to us off of Twitter, you can follow us on our Discord. We have a Discord server. You just go to our Twitch channel, scroll down a little bit, and you can follow that link. We are there pretty much all the time. There are people from all over the world, so no matter what time you're chatting, I guarantee there will be someone there to chat back at you. It's so much fun. Everyone there is so nice. And I just want to talk now a little bit about what goes on during our Twitch streams. So for every 500 bits donated or every sub, we get a divine reroll. That is basically the God saying, you can re-roll that terrible D20 roll that you just made as a player. If you roll badly, you can re-roll that and hope for better. But also, if the DM rolls really hot and it's gonna hurt us, we can make him re-roll that in hopes that he won't hurt us quite so badly. So it's great. And with those bits, it allows us to upgrade some of our equipment. We've been able to get new microphones, so we sound so much better than we used to. We have these lapel mics. We're hoping to get some new cameras in the future. And with those bits, we're able to pay artists from Twitter that we find to do character portraits. We found some on Facebook that are really great. We've been able to commission a new theme song for our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. The art looks amazing, and we're so happy to be able to give that back to artists that we found. So with that, we are so happy that you are here. We are so thankful to have you as a viewer and a subscriber and a chatter in our Discord. We hope that you will stay around because in the next few minutes, we'll be coming back to whatever show you're watching. We're so happy that you're here. So thank you so much.
Welcome back, careful viewers. What happens in the middle of adventures and hot actions lead to hot tempers at times. But who knows when you play it as fast and loose as some adventurers do. Allies, con men, who knows who could be pulling the strings here. But we enter with a party bit in a huff in the middle of Calimport streets. Bell rubs his head. Still has some dried blood, but you healed it. Again, does his small thing, one of his light kind of rolled tobaccos, and just, he's like, oof. Well,
I don't think Romer's too far away.
no.
I think that he's just out, kind of like.
I think we see you.
He's like sitting on like a stoop or something.
And I think Killian would turn to the two of them and be like, first of all, you deserved that. Second of all, I'm going to speak to Romer right now. You both stay here. I mean, I think Killian would do the kind of squint eye stare at him.
Well, you still got, 10 minutes on detect? 1 minute.
Yeah.
I guess you.
Nah, I think you said you could. I dropped it.
Yeah.
I dropped it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Let's stay here.
let's stay here, sweet Elvin. He's like, I did deserve that. That person I got it from was a bit dodgy.
Maybe that person deserves it more than you do.
I was like, probably so. You know what? I'm gonna tell Roman where he lives.
Well, you've killed a man then.
With that, well, you two discuss it, and Bell is light. He is charismatic, so, and he doesn't actually seem to be holding a grudge. Cut to you two.
All right. I think Killian would sit down and just be like, first of all, he deserved that. 100%. Let me tell you a little more about my past so that you can remember and walk you through my thought process. This is a man that knew every step of everything we did in Jolt. And if he knows all of that, there's a damn good chance he knows my entire backstory. And if you don't remember, I come from an order of wizards, perhaps the order of wizards, and if they find me, it's not just me that will die, it's all of us, and I mean terribly. These aren't people who you can bargain with or negotiate with, and we won't see it coming. I believe if he wanted us dead, he would have done so before we even knew about his existence. Yes, he fucked up. And you bore the brunt of it by aging. Although it does look good on you, I must say.
It doesn't feel good.
So, I know you are angry, but bear in mind, this is a man who knows far too much, and knows far too much about me.
He knows things about me, too, that he could not know. I don't disagree with you. I don't regret at all hitting him. I wanted to do more, but I knew I couldn't.
We'll call it even then. He deserved that bunk.
Well, he deserved it, but I'm sorry.
Killian will clasp hands. I understand. Believe me, I understand.
Especially if he can get this removed, then I'll know I'm done. But having him know all this information, we're going to have to deal with it sometime.
Indeed.
I'm not a murderer. But
me either.
We need to find something on him to keep him quiet at some point.
That I agree with. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Agreed.
He's a friend only as long as we're useful to him.
That's what I'm worried about.
I think in the background we'd be laughing like we're best friends in the world.
But you have like this really fake ha 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 ha.
He puts you off a little bit with the amount of information that he seems to know about you. But he's also able to talk about the forest and druid circles and stuff. And again, he speaks about things that you haven't spoken to about both of them. He gets as misty as you do. He's like, when you're in a meadow at sunset though, and you're quiet, and you're like, yeah. And all the animals come out, and he's like, oh, that's the best, mate. And like,
Squirrel on
And
your
then we come
shoulder.
back and we're like, hey, Albert, do you want to go hang out? And you're like, actually, I'm going to go hang out with you now. And we're like, okay, cool.
We're just gonna play 2-player for a while.
yeah, as you guys come back, I mean, they're laughing. Elvin is like, and Belle's, talking to him. And he's like,
I mean, when we get back, Killian is not going to be cool to Belle, or not going to be warm to Belle. He's going to be kind of glaring at him and be like, how long until we can get that taken care of? You owe it to him.
he's like, of course. I would always taken care of it. I pay my debts.
Good enough for me.
He's like, I took out my gold, but that's the rest for you. That's 600 gold. He's like, 200 apiece.
Thank you for an easily divisible number.
Yep.
I am loaded.
Me too,
Should
actually.
buy something.
I'm going to have to go convert
I
this
mean,
to
I have no money.
Electrum.
Sean, please help.
Electro.
Is Electrum 10?
It's 10, yeah. I think, wait.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's between gold and platinum.
I'm going to go do Mage Coin.
You have
guys
one. You have 400. I mean 1. I mean 6. I mean 4 million gold.
Oh, man. You guys could
Spell
do the
chain.
Dark Bazaar market. Okay. He's like, all right.
When are we going?
He's like, now we gotta stop by one more place before we get to my friend's place.
Killian, you don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'll probably
take a
catch up to
breather.
this, like... Before we go, is there some place in the earth that we can just sit and catch our breath?
Well, we can sit by the park, by the arena.
That sounds fine. Yeah, we'll kind of hobble over there. Forgot I definitely have...
You had like 6 points left.
One hit.
Yeah.
Almost took me out.
You guys head to the market square that's nice. There's a bunch of vendors out there. There's delicious food that you guys can eat. And Belle buys it. He buys drinks. He's
Oh, yeah, I get like an elephant ear.
he's conciliatory, but he's definitely not overly apologetic by any means. He's like,
Yeah.
here's some food, mates.
Neither's Romer, so I mean, he's okay with that.
And the arena has Calimport going. There's a number of team
Yes.
colors that are happening.
Yes.
In the market square, you do see a large statue that you would have no idea about, but you two would, specifically you. And it's like clearly 2 figures back to back. One looks like a pirate, and the other like a sorcerer.
Nice.
Both incredibly handsome.
That's Andrew loves that. You got it, right?
Yes. As you look by in the inscription, it's kind of around a fountain, and it's like, it's partly a memoriam to a seer, and it's, it says, like, no son of Calimport gave more.
Nice.
And then, on the other side, you see the changed wind, Salazazuala, and then you see dedicated by, and it's from the Lord's Alliance, in fact, in the
Tight. Tight.
of Waterdeep.
That's
So,
cool. That's cool. All right, I'm spending some hit dice.
Yeah, you guys
Possibly all of them.
I don't think I'm gonna spend any because I have full health and I haven't used any spell slots and I haven't really. I'm fine.
Oh, that's
So
great.
how many years can I heal on the short rest?
All right, so I heal 3 spell levels. Arcane Recovery. Okay, let's see. I need to get
While you guys
20.
are doing that,
Six.
while you're doing the mechanics, I'll just do a quick, kind of stop in between narratively. There's an antiquities store after kind of down a dark alley.
There we go.
As you guys walk in, the bell dings, and a man's like, "Welcome to Rare Antiquities," and he sees Bell, and he's like, "No, no." He's like, "No." He's like, "No. I told you, never again. That was a forgery, Bell. A forgery." He's like, "I swear I thought it was real.
I like this
swear
guy."
to God I thought it was real." He's like, No, but I have something else that I know would interest you and more than make up for that mistake. He's like, there are a few things that you could do to make up for it. And he pulls out a book. He's like,
Who's my good boy?
And he's like, is that what I think it is? He's like, mm-hmm. He's like, and it could be all yours. He's like, well, it should be mine immediately. He's like, I just need one thing. He's like, you know what I need? He's like, the amulet? He's like, the amulet. This will make up for that. And it's real. He's like,
it better be.
He's like, well said, good man. Thank you, uncle.
Son of a bitch.
He's like, Belle, look to your elders.
You heard him.
He's like, all right. He's like, first he takes out clearly what's like a stone, and he flips through the book, and he's like, He's like, oof. He's like, I've been looking for this for a long time. He's like, I know you have, mate, and like I said, I always deliver. He's like, very well. He goes under, he pulls out a small box, unfurls it, and you see it looks like almost a locket of some sort. Bill's like, yep, that'll do it. Pleasure, mate. He's like, yes, it certainly was.
Just ignores him.
Yeah. Bell puts it away. He's like, all right, now we can do the real business.
Shoot, I should have got this ready.
He's like, gotta perform a ritual, mates. I'll need all your strength and all your skills to do it. It's gonna be difficult. Real difficult.
Please tell me there's no ghosts involved.
No ghosts that I know of. Well, there might be. In fact, there might be a lot of things trying to get in.
God damn it, you're an asshole.
You'll be a ghost soon if you just wait.
Oh my god. He kind of laughed at that.
He's like, all right. He's like, gotta go get a friend of mine. I think he's lying low. Done a lot of damage lately. Made a pact with a being a long time ago.
Are we going to the bazaar now?
No, we'll go to the bazaar after. Definitely after. He's like, yeah. So, this being is powerful, but needs a host. My mate's the host.
Oh, good. I thought you were looking at me.
I think you're hosting enough already, mate. He's like, unpacks, probably disease.
Might I advise not pushing it any further?
He's like, of course. He's like, all right, you guys have continued to kind of go down some like corner streets, and it looks like it's an old, almost like kind of industrial, like warehouse district that used to hold clearly a lot of goods, maybe things for the many ships that are here. It looks depressed at this point, though. Like the buildings are kind of falling apart. Doesn't look like there's a lot of street traffic. And he comes to one door, and you can all see that there's kind of arcane runes written around the doorway. He's like, He touches a few, pulls out a key. He's like, magic key. Ever seen one of them? Unlocks it, and you can hear what sounds like maybe 100 doors back unlocking. Just. And he's like, yeah, before we go in, maybe just be at the ready, just in case we're not talking to him.
Oh, I see.
Even your sword creaks.
Yeah, your sword's rusty.
I really have to pee all of a sudden.
Your patron's like, Romer, oh my god!
All right, cool. Your pack's gone.
Fuck it, I'm out.
Should we check Grandpa's pants?
How much time has passed?
You guys enter the door. Belle looks in. He's like, Anders, mate, in here? Kind of enters. You guys follow?
Yeah.
At half speed.
Nah.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, inside here just looks like there's like a bunch of like rotting apples and food turned over. So you guys kind of continue to enter. It's an old warehouse, you see. There's things wrecked. You see weapons, but they look just damaged. Some of them look like they're covered in blood. Some of them look like they're...
It looked like there was a fight in here?
No, it looks
How
like...
big of a warehouse, sorry?
It's pretty large, for the most part. I mean, it's...
Did it look like a warehouse on the outside, too? Is this like extra planar? Okay.
No. It looked like a warehouse on the outside.
Gotcha, sorry. For some reason I was thinking it was smaller.
I mean, the doorway did sound strange.
Yeah.
And as you go in, you can still see magical runes kind of written. Some, you even kind of notice, some look almost like druidic. Kind of like binding protection. You see some that look like kind of abjuration to like defenses. They look like they've been scratched in with like maybe nails. Like they're all rough. Like just could be. But the way you look, it almost looks like fingernails, like strong fingernails have carved some of them in.
That should be
Seems fine.
You see armor kind of stacked up in the corner that all just looks like it's kind of faded. It's got clearly marks that have been, and some of it looks rent. Again, it looks like through potentially hands have ripped it open.
There's no, like, bones in them or anything like that?
Some of them, yeah. You do see some bones.
Like, people have come in here and met the wrong person?
Could be.
Yeah.
Where exactly are we again, Bell?
He's like, we're in the home of my friend Anders and his other half. Bell looks real cautious.
What is Anders or his other half? Whichever one is unusual.
Anders, well, was / maybe is still a man. Like, the other half is a fiend of some sort.
Will they be happy to see us?
Anders will.
Yeah. We trying to get this thing out of him.
That's right. It's like, gonna be difficult. And then you can kind of hear something move and all of you jump and you see kind of a brown-haired face just peeking around a corner, human. Like, Bill? Anders! He like, comes out, looks like a very kind of skinny, almost mild-mannered, like kind of brown hair, just human, just not quite in rags, but doesn't look well kept.
Yeah.
He's kind of rubbing his hands. He's like, I was hoping it was you. He's like, Anders, mate, come on. Gives him a hug and kind of looks at you like... he's like, and I don't know any of you. I hope you haven't come for trouble. Because you won't like what you find.
Hoping to fix some trouble.
Oh, really?
He'd help you.
He's like, oh, okay, thank you, sir.
God damn it.
With what time he has left.
He's like, well, you can come in. I'm sorry for the mess. It's not quite mine.
As I'll kind of walk up next to Bell. How are we getting him out of here? Kind of under my breath to him.
Should be a ritual that should exorcise or pull out the demon.
We're going to do that here.
Well, underneath here, something below.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
How are you?
Like, I was a soldier at one time. I've been a scholar since then. Except in the night time.
Every night.
No. Not every night. Like, they call me Anders. That wasn't my name originally. I signed it away. It's kind of just...
For knowledge.
It's like,
Romer looks visibly uncomfortable at that.
It's like, for knowledge and power, like nothing nefarious at the time I needed. We faced a great threat, and I made a pact with a thing that would help me beat the threat for my people. It's like, I just need to read the fine print, I'm afraid.
That's an understatement.
He's like, Belle, have you come to do what we talked about? He's like, I did, mate. I brought them here with me. They're all gonna help. He's like, we're gonna take care of your little problem. Get you divorced. He's like, good. I still have the chamber prepared for things like that. Come with me.
All right, we'll follow him.
Yep.
Before we go down, I'll make sure I give this out. I'll give it to you for some awesome role playing of Killian.
Hold on to that. You hold on to that. You guys have all done really well, so you guys don't pass those out yet.
When the DM gives
I'm like, maybe, no, I don't want them.
Not sure.
It's not even that. I just appreciate y'all. Kind of leads you through, and again, you just see kind of more of the same. But then you go down kind of a staircase into what looks like it was a basement underneath here. You go through one room that just looks like probably that he lives and sleeps in here. I mean, it's a bed, it's a table, there's a couple candles. It looks like there's not much. There's a bunch of books stacked up next to it, though.
What books?
Name them all.
Just kidding.
I mean, you can see, like, some of them look new, some of them look incredibly old, like they're barely being kept together anymore. He unlocks another door, and you guys enter a chamber. And there's a large stone table that looks... It's got a number of candles kind of... They're not all lit right now, but there's torches in the room. There's things all scrawled across. I mean, just kind of some random thing. This room, though, you see more of kind of scrawled signs all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this is a room I made for this, though most of the time he uses this room.
What can you tell us about him?
Well, he...
Weaknesses. Strengths. I'm assuming, and I look at Belle, we may have to deal with him.
It's like, yeah, hopefully you have a more meandering path and a direct conflict, because that would most certainly mean no deaths.
Of course it would.
He's like, we're not gonna directly challenge him in that way. He's like, more throw him for a loop.
Throw him for a loop. What does that mean exactly?
Well, he's like, this is gonna be... What we're gonna do is we're going to put you into a bit of a magical sleep. And he's like, of course. He's like, we're going to make a circle with some materials I have here to exact specifications. We need to channel energy into Anders, keep out the many shadows that we'll be trying to get in, and you and that sword right there can help transfer it. And he pulls out the locket to this.
My sword.
Oh. Well,
What do you know about it?
you're like, I know it's a powerful sword. Pretty sure it'll work. We might face some resistance if the circle's not right. The shadows will come in. If we can't channel enough, he puts his hands over Anders. He's like, enough energy into him, the shadows will kill Anders.
Can't have that happen.
Anders is like, why do these things? You know? He's like, and to channel it in, we might have to face some aspect of the fiend itself, but not the whole thing, mates.
2 questions. How long will the ritual take?
A while.
Hours?
Potentially.
Shit. Alright.
He doesn't have hours. Look at him.
God damn it.
He's like, look, mates, when we get out of here, we'll fix it right up.
I think Elvin would be looking at Anders like just worried that Anders is gonna die and it's gonna happen again.
Anders, he's like, he hands Anders some stuff. He's like, you can prepare this concoction for yourself to drink and prepare your body. He's like, yes, bro, it's standard stuff, really. I can do that. He goes to prepare.
Killian doing
What are you doing over there?
He's like, all right, look here, mates, this is how it's going to work. I got the rituals here that we're going to perform. We got the things. I need each of you to do something here. You are trained. He shows you a diagram, and he's got like what look like salts. He's like, I need this exact.
He'll look at it and be like, yeah, this is just standard arcane. Well, it's aligning to the ley lines. It's
He's like,
elementary, really.
I certainly hope it is, mate. He's like, if a piece of that is wrong, more shadows can come through.
It won't be.
All right. He's like, sweet Elvin. Like, it's redemption time, mate.
I hope so.
He's like, what I'm gonna need from you is to channel energy into Anders. Keep him alive.
I think Elvin would be like super nervous at hearing it's his responsibility.
He's like, tough Roma. He's like, you're gonna have to help restrain him, keep your sword down, and to channel that energy, you're gonna have to face the aspect of that spirit. The fiend. It won't be the full strength, otherwise we'd all be dead. But that's not to say it's not dangerous.
Of course not.
Shadows might still slip through, even with all of these things that you're going to have to fight. Most likely he'll be engaged with the demon, though if he gets killed, the demon will probably try to devour one or the other of you or me.
Is it a demon or a devil?
Don't really know. More demon is the colloquial term, is something you don't want. I imagine it'd be a devil, though. If I had to place my money on it.
What do you know about devils?
Not a lot. Just that they're more...
They're any type of susceptibility to certain magics. Resistances.
Most of them have resistances to magics at the least. They're locked in an eternal struggle, you know. The devils and the demons. They are.
I don't know, but thank you.
I think Elvin would have normally been looking intently, but he's just still staring at cool, keep the boy alive, okay.
You guys want me to... Yeah, sure.
So, this is how it's going to work for this ritual. We're going to make a couple rolls to start out with.
Okay.
And then we're going to continue those. So, to start, we're going to have you're going to end up making an arcane roll to see that you do exactly to that diagram.
Not even worried about that.
You are going to roll medicine to make sure that you kind of know just where to place your energies. Romer, you're going to have to roll athletics to kind of continue to manage the convulsions and to hold the blade, your sword exactly where it needs to be. And then to maintain this we're going to do some initiative just to kind of maintain that things are happening.
Okay.
You're going to have to use your reaction to maintain essentially the concentration of this. It'd be like concentrating on a spell, but you use up your reaction every turn.
But when this, theoretically, if the devil or demon or whatever this thing comes out, then I turn and engage it, is the theory.
But you have to continue to use your reaction.
You still have to use
turn.
your reaction to kind of focus, though. You can still turn, so it'll be somewhat abstracted that you're kind of focusing on that. It will work like concentration. You will have to kind of make a con save. You'll, depending on some future or preliminary rolls.
This is if anything fights us,
Yeah,
which I mean,
Which probably not.
probably
If
not.
you lose it, you're going to have to use your action to regain it. But,
Gotcha.
but you'll just passively be doing it on your...
So basically using our reaction to do concentration?
Basically.
Okay.
That's kind of it. Yeah.
Okay. After we go through the first phase.
After you
Can I still concentrate on a spell at
Yes.
the same time?
It won't... I'm just saying
Just a
it
different
serves
kind of
as
concentration.
concentration, mini concentration. But you
Understood.
can do concentration
Got it.
spells and anything.
Very
Cool,
cool.
cool.
You want me to go to this camera?
Yeah, let's do that.
We around the table?
Yes. I need a little...
Is there a chaise in here?
There is no chaise in here, in fact. Will you put him kind of right near the table?
Is that the guy?
That's Bell.
Okay.
Anders is now on top of the table.
Okay.
And he's drinking this concoction, and he kind of grabs Bell's hand. He's like, Bell, is it gonna hurt? He's like, not at all, mate. Not one bit. And then he looks up at all of it. Not in any, like, glad way, but just
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
I think Evan will go over and put his hand on him.
You do kind of shake him and he pats your hand. He's like,
But Elvin's probably shaking too.
thank you all for helping. I hope it works, and if not, I'm sorry for your deaths.
I'm already almost there anyway.
All right,
Got him.
roll Arcana for me.
Okay.
Did you want to do initiatives?
We'll do that right after here.
Okay, I understood.
Okay. Here I go.
You still have your coin?
Rolling Arcana. I haven't used
We
my
don't.
coin yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's it 24? I mean, my dude is like, I know this. Like, he's not even referencing
It
it.
goes almost all the way around the room. So, and you have to do kind of, again, different lines it does. It looks like connecting ley lines all the way across. You're stepping one foot in front of the other with this bag of, like, colored sand.
Cool.
You keep it close, and Bell's like, if something smudges that, you're going to have to redo it.
I understand.
Okay.
Sorry. So there's like sand on the.
Yeah, I've just drawn sand all around.
You don't have to worry about stepping in it.
Well, no, I was trying to think of something cool to do to protect it. Maybe like make some little vines go over it. I don't know.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
Do a little druid craft.
Yeah. I like
So
to
like a little
abuse my.
dome?
Yeah. Just make a little thing so you can't accidentally brush it or something.
Roll medicine for me, please, my dude.
Oh man. It's 12.
12? Okay.
You could use that if you really want to.
Wait.
I think 12.
All right.
It's not going to kill us.
It's not going to kill us.
Yeah, if I kill the guy I'm stressing out about.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your first athletics check, please.
21.
Yeah. Okay.
Bring that, my dude.
You kind of, Bell points out where you're like, when we start, I need you to hold
Like,
here.
rest the blade.
Yeah, rest the blade. I mean, he gives you pretty exact instructions, and you kind of almost just take a preliminary, like, check where your weight needs to be and that, and you feel good. You feel confident.
Well, I feel confident. I don't feel good.
You feel confident. Both of you feel very confident. Elbin,
Not so confident.
you're really stressed. Like, you're like, oh my god.
Is this the heart? I don't know.
So, let's just go ahead and roll some initiative, please.
God damn it.
All right. I'm on fire with initiative today. What did you get?
I got what I was hoping I would hit.
29?
30.
30. Did you roll 20?
I rolled a 19. I'm
you
plus 11 now.
Oh my god.
Alright. Killian's a 30.
I'm a 30 and Anaki's a 17. Actually, she was a 19. I rolled a 17, I thought.
Okay.
21 for me.
It's pretty good, man. I mean, it's as good as you can do.
Right. You know, for somebody like you.
Yeah.
Romer?
7.
Yeah, he's
At
always
your
slow.
age.
I've got plus 4 initiative.
It's just slowing down.
I guess so.
Not as nimble as I used to be.
No point in living.
Okay. Yes.
I guess before we start all that, I'll go ahead and summon a bear boy.
Sweet.
We know some joinks is going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about casting a spell. I don't know how long the ritual. That's why I asked how long the ritual is going to take.
I'm considering that this part of the ritual is the culmination of the fact that y'all have been working for hours.
Oh, because we've been drawn.
So we could if I wanted to cast a spell.
Yeah, you'll be just fine.
All right, mirror image.
So you all get 10 temporary hit
Oh shit!
Also mirror image.
All right. A number of old man roamers surround the table. Killian, you kind of surround as you have wand up, kind of looking around.
I want to make sure the images are all giving Belle the finger.
They all step out.
It's like a mirror effect. Like,
One more thing, I'm just gonna use my bag of tricks too.
I forgot you fucking.
It's a badger, so watch out.
Badger.
We do have a badger.
Oh sweet.
a mushroom.
D&D.
Monstrous creatures. I think it's in monstrous creatures. It might be in player characters. I might have moved the familiars.
Just a -3 strength.
You see him in there? Mm-hmm. Okay. A snake, a snake.
He does 1d1 piercing damage.
So it does.
No mods.
If he hits. We've got +2 to hit though.
If he hits.
I don't want to say it's on there like protecting him, but whatever. He'll just be right there with Helen.
Killian would look at it like, don't let it touch the sand.
It's like.
It can't because there's vines all around it.
True that. True that.
That's how I imagine.
That's how badgers. I mean, they're count.
By the way, that offended all badgers.
Yeah.
All badgers that are watching.
Yeah, badgers.
A statement from Castle Mac. Dear Badgers.
I'm sorry we badgered.
Oh.
Again.
Okay. The ritual kind of continues as all of you are ready. Bell, even though you've given him is not paying attention whatsoever. He's got a book open, hand up.
Does he have the amulet?
The amulet's actually set right next to it, so the
Okay.
amulet's laying. But first Bell has a hand up, then he sets the book down and he pulls out a small, it looks like it's just a kind of a circle on a string that he starts kind of rolling around, like just... He's speaking, you can hear him going from celestial to kind of elvish to draconic, like a really high draconic. I mean, it's just a number of rituals and then other almost incomprehensible words. All the candles suddenly become the only light. It seems like darkness starts to just shroud around you. And it almost looks, for those of you close to the edge of the circle, it almost feels like almost like a wave kind of hits it. There's no light or anything, no sound, but it just seems like the darkness stops and starts filling around you until it all looks black.
But it's fine though.
Anders starts to convulse.
I got like my elbow on him, just kind of leaning in, just almost like forceful, like probably hurting him if he was conscious.
And he's struggling, and Bell's voice is picking up like, Hasna Nakta! Hasna Nikcha! And then you start to see. You can see hands trying to push through and almost getting pushed out. Spectral, shadowy hands just...
Out of his body?
No, actually, I'm sorry. Out of the kind of the
wall
circle.
of shadows.
The wall of
Okay,
shadows.
gotcha.
Just forms that look like they're trying to push through and get kind of sucked back out. And they're just... And then you can hear a voice booming around you. It's like, 4 charlatans think you can kick me out. I might just devour you for your impertinence.
Like Elvin would just squeeze what's his name, sorry? Anders' shoulder a little harder and just be...
Just, you can feel Anders, and I mean, he's moaning, oh, no, please, no. And you can almost see it looks like something moving under his skin. And for a moment, as it kind of washes over, it looks like the skin changes to something far more leathery. Just.
I think Elvin would like clasp his face, like almost trying to stop whatever's just digging into him.
Push
like,
it down.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of see what looks like from under a hand almost looking like it's right underneath. It's like, I've existed since the dawn of time. And this one has been my host.
We've destroyed other parasites like you before.
That's what you hear. Or some, like just the smell. And he's like, something familiar. A Jatha. Well.
I kind of looked to Bell. He's probably not even paying attention to me.
He's just.
I just kind of, I looked at you two.
Yeah.
I just hold the blade.
We needn't be enemies. We want the same things. You three and I.
I somehow doubt that.
Yeah, I would have to say no to that also.
Your vision is limited. You don't know what's waking up. But fair enough. At that point, you see shadow warriors that are just starting to kind of pull through, and it looks like since none of them can get it, multiples are now pulling open.
So that others can come through.
So one crawls through, and another one. But your sword, you can see for a moment in the flash. You see your patron behind there.
Behind the wall?
No, behind.
Oh, the blade?
In your blade.
Oh, that's
kind
right.
of looking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a mirror again.
Yeah.
And it looks to look behind you.
I instinctively look behind me.
And out of those shadows, you can see it looks like a devil. It's got kind of finned ears that come back, and it's holding a glaive. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's holding a battle axe. It's like, you. I know who you work for. We're going to start initiative, though, as two spectral warriors are over here. They will be on this side, closer to y'all.
That, just so you know, that's Bell.
That's Bell.
That's me.
Okay,
We
then
have
one here,
similar
one there,
tastes. Yeah.
and this one
Similar fashion.
Two hunchy
has
boys.
pushed.
We actually wear the same cloak, I think. So,
Where'd you get it?
like, one of us has to change.
Yeah. He wore the same cloak as me to a party.
Nice.
And I was
We are
pissed.
entering the top of the round. Killian, as you start your turn,
Yep.
as you see one of these, what looks like a phantom warrior in all shadows, you look out and you see yourself out among the shadows. And you're mouthing something that you just can't hear.
Like he's trying to yell something to himself.
Yeah. Not moving, just. And that's.
Tight. I mean, yeah, he would stare at that for a moment. What? And then.
Oh, I didn't roll initiative for my badger. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Or should have just gone
Just
right there?
act.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
have it act on your turn. Let's just make it easy.
Sorry, it was important.
Yeah, no, that is. The badger could save us.
What,
It has
what
one
has
hit
done
point
now?
left.
I cannot wait for Sean to say, "How does your badger kill it, my dude?"
That last badger did whatever when it crawled up in a troll and just like continued to like. Or as a mongoose, I think.
Yeah.
All right, it is your turn though, and with all
Cool.
normal.
Does he realize there's one coming this way? Does he like hear? I mean, he's already
Yeah,
watching
you're
the
going
perimeter, right?
on, and you see it come out, and you see a sword just.
All right, I think Killian would look at it and just be, "You're too late," and he'll cast ye olden town firebolt. Ooh, I'm gonna go and spin that, boy. Try that again. Okay, that's a 15.
Afraid that doesn't hit, dude.
Ooh. All right.
You hit it, and the shadows. It starts to ignite, and the shadows absorb it. And it continues to walk.
I mean, I think he would take a more defensive stance and his fingers would start crackling with lightning. That's me.
That's you.
Oops, sorry. Bad timing. What do I
As-
get? 3 direwolves?
Direwolves?
For conjure animals.
I don't think they're direwolves, are they?
They're just regular
They're
wolves.
regular wolves.
They're regular
but-
wolves.
I think.
At 4th, yeah. You might be able to do 1 direwolf.
What's the
4
challenge
wolves.
rating?
1.
How many at 1?
I think it's 2.
Really? Well, I think
dire wolves are 1.
direwolves are 1.
Yeah. Let me see what it's.
I didn't realize it. I thought you had to be higher level for it to.
1 CR2, 2 CR1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, you can get 2 dire wolves.
Down ass.
Nice.
Wow. Well, you did say 3, so we all met there in the middle. Eventually, he said 3.
Your middle, man. Where'd my phone go?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. You spent yours too? Yeah.
I still have.
Are you conjuring
I am
to...
conjuring 2 direwolves.
All right, I'll give this one to Andrew because he's having to do something that Elvin previously had to make a hard choice.
So you can go
Thanks.
ahead and let those come. Conjure them, my dude.
And then I'll roll Initiatron for them as I'm instructed by the spell. Yeah, so 9, so what are they? Plus
3, I think.
Would be 2.
They're pretty husky.
Or 2. So.
Yeah, so 11 for the dire wolves.
They are on there.
All right.
Where do you put them?
Up here.
Come on, man.
I need to throw it.
This is D&D.
This is great. This is serious.
Straighten up.
I'll put one there and one there.
Nice.
And that's me.
Okay.
Man, I wish I had. Yeah, sucks my spirit bear
What
didn't.
does your badger do on your turn?
Oh, right. So much. You just wait. Let's see if he has plus 2 to hit. I know that much. So he's just going to go over here, and if that guy wants to move and get opportunity attack from the badger, that's on him. 15?
No.
No, that
Man.
doesn't hit.
Oh, man.
Your roll,
Badger.
Andrew. I need you to roll a d4 while you spend your reaction.
A 1.
Okay. You lose 3 hit points as you feel Anders start to slip, and you have to focus, and you start channeling your own hit points, your own health, to kind of keep him stabilized.
That's cool. I mean, not for me, but it's cool.
Okay. Them. Alright. That one right there is going to go incorporeal past that direwolf and
Come on,
right
man.
over to Killian.
Nah, man.
Like here.
Right there. Right there's good. Okay. A spectral, shadowy longsword. It almost looks like it's blowing in the wind as shadows are pulled up.
You got mirror image.
Y'all want me to reroll?
Oh, hold on. I do have mirror image.
Okay.
So this, if you want to do it correct, this would indicate that it hits a mirror image.
Then it hits a mirror image if that's what you want.
Well, you have to
Yeah.
roll it before you roll the attack.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Otherwise,
That is the official.
Okay. The second one.
So now,
I'm
well,
rolling to see.
and now you roll to see if it hits. The first thing you do
okay.
is roll to see if you hit an image,
That's some bullshit.
and you miss the image. So I
Here's the
still have my
second-
3 mirror images
Second attack.
to see what if it hits.
Bullshit.
That does hit a mirror
It
image.
does. Now roll to see if you
And
hit
now
the
you roll to
image.
see if you hit that image. The first roll is to see if
Is
you're
it 10
hitting
plus
me.
your dex?
10 plus my dex.
Well, okay, so I rolled a 20 and I hit a mirror image the first time.
You're
Yes.
targeting a mirror image.
So
I rolled a 7 this
the
time,
first
so I'm
roll,
still targeting
the first roll is the random see what thing you're targeting.
this. That
So you
a
eliminate
mirror
one of my
image
mirror
is
images.
Destroyed.
And now I have 2.
Alright, it hits one and it shatters in place, and almost broken glass of your person just.
Little reflections of Killian.
They're all yelling at him.
Oh yeah, tight.
And that is that one. That one will incorporeally move away from that badger to you.
Scared of the badger.
Yeah.
As it just
I knew it would be.
and you, as you're kind of half focusing on keeping Anders stable, and you look, a spectral longsword comes up at you. Doesn't get you. And another one does, in fact, get you, unless you want me to re-roll it.
We'll save it.
Yeah, I think we need to hold off.
I can't die, so
that's
I think we established that.
You
that's
take
interesting.
True.
Yeah.
you take 10 points of damage.
Oh, right. I messed up.
Just knock off your desk.
As you can feel the shadow blade dig in, it almost feels like it's cutting your shadow away from you.
Tight.
Just Anarchy.
All right. Well, I think Anarchy is going to fly just over this guy right here, and she is actually going to give this direwolf advantage on its neck. Oh wait, it already gets advantage because it's got pack tax.
As pack tax.
She'll give me advantage on my next attack.
Got it. Roamer.
I've got to go deal with that thing. And I'll turn.
Give me back tactics. What a guy.
Yep. Alright. Don't know if it's going to work, but I'll do cold flame blade.
Okay.
Cold fire blade, I should say. I can't remember what it's called. Cold fire. So, if he's immune to... I don't know if he's immune to cold, but I'll...
Gotcha.
So, a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So... I'll just use this for the flame. Actually, I didn't do it. I gotta remember to do it. I forgot to do my hex. So 8 cold,
Okay.
and then God, I can't even think. 12 slashing magical damage.
8 cold and then 12 slashing on top of it, so 20 damage.
Yeah.
It's a pretty strong hit.
Damn.
How you doing?
That's a strong one.
Ajoth almost seems to move on its own, and you see what looks like that shadowy vision of your patron almost holding the sword in the same stance that you are.
Cool.
And it cuts in at the same moment. It's like, that one's lying to you.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Alright. The direwolves.
Direwolves!
Alright.
I will allow him to be my ally.
Thank you. So generous. So this guy on that guy
Okay.
with the bite. What is my to hit?
I think they're plus 5s.
Yeah, so 21
That hits.
for 10.
10.
And
You have to make a strength saving throw. 13.
Afraid it cannot be pulled to the ground.
ooh, tight.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
This feller. Yeah, you're just gonna go right here. We'll just do that.
Yeah.
Attacking.
I know that's supposed to be 2x2.
Oh, it is.
Right. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're
they're
occupying
supposed to be
that
like
actually
that.
makes more
Yeah,
sense.
That's fine.
So he could, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
23.
definitely hit.
23 for. Ooh, yeah. Now you talk. Well, okay, why did I do that? Thought I was unlocking my phone. 14. And can he make a strength save?
No,
Okay.
incorporeal.
Oh, man.
Can I corporealize him?
Not enough. Dire wolves start tearing shadowy gossamer from this one from right next to you. Can we just...
Did he go?
No, not yet.
Oh, is he at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I was like, God, I can't believe you rolled worse than I did.
This dire wolf bites in to just kind of the leg, and it tries to pull, and it just kind of pushes it off.
I have mirror image also.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's annoying, but I don't care.
But that's okay.
I don't care.
I could give you back what you want. Your name, your past.
I kind of like Romer. It's a good name.
But what are you missing? It turns its bladed axe, and you see that face of the woman. Pretty. I wonder who she was.
That's me, man.
Like, wouldn't you like to know?
I'll find out on my own, you piece of shit.
First, a claw comes up. This is to see if I hit your bullshit.
Which it will
image.
potentially hit me.
Yep.
Okay.
It does.
I think I got you.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
So generous.
Alright, so the claws come out. You take 8 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then the battle axe kind of slams into you. Well, that is my roll to see
It'll hit an image.
image.
So you're targeted. That the first roll is to see what you're targeted.
I've targeted the
Your
image.
DC is a 9 to hit the image. I have a -1 dex.
And then it shatters. It's like, your illusions aren't going to work forever.
Oh, they might.
I see far past that.
Then why'd you hit that one?
Too fucking sad.
And he leaves in shame.
He's like, oh, you're right, I'm going.
Does true sight see through mirror image?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think it does.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You again see yourself, and as you look, you then see what looked like that humanoid version of Anarchy that you saw in the Fae. Again, yelling something.
She's also shouting. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I think he'll be like, he's tangling with this thing, but like, I can't understand.
Do I have to make concentration?
Yeah, you do, because you got hit. That's true.
Well, not for the mirror image, but for the thing.
Yeah,
right?
for that.
Yeah.
You rolled so high, though, roll at advantage.
Oh, okay. 23.
Yeah. You maintain, you know what you have to do.
All right. Killian will. He has advantage. Yeah, he's gonna cast a. I'm gonna do. Is that better? Because it's an action to continue shocking. Yeah, you know what? This kind of falls off. Yeah, he's gonna do a shocking grasp. I think Witch Bolt kind of falls off once you get to.
Yeah, I didn't realize when you told me, explained it to me. I was like, I went back and read it. Yeah.
23. 9 points of damage. And yeah, he'll be looking like, uses that opportunity while it's sort of shocked to be trying to read their lips as they're talking to him.
You still can't quite make it out. You're also just kind of far away from them.
Yeah.
Like, and the darkness around you, you just see both of them. Now they also look like the light.
But
Actually, I'll take that back. No, they're not. They're still standing fairly passively.
Okay.
Elvin, on your turn, as you're kind of looking around, you see the Charlton boy that you couldn't save
Sweet.
come up
I could have saved.
and just kind of holding his hands out and looking almost pleadingly. The shadows kind of push that forward.
I think behind me with my hand on
Anders.
Anders' shoulder, I would probably squeeze too hard seeing that. And then I would...
Yeah, you can act normally, yeah.
I would claw this boy, I guess. That's an 18 get him?
Yes, it does.
2d10, which are these, in case anybody didn't know.
Oh, I missed that Castlemat coach somewhere along
what's
there.
up,
Must
thanks,
have
coach.
given another.
Holy crap.
I did.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
My man.
Ooh,
For 15.
acid.
Okay. All right, you do again a claw in, and you seem to make some purchase, though it feels like you're like a curtain or linen almost that you're kind of dragging
Sure, nice.
through. But it manages. You see it sizzling, and it's just more just trying to kind of reform itself, less that it's in pain.
Well, my badger is going to finish the job.
How does your badger kill him?
Oh my god, he
That was a
hit!
19 too, my dude. So he does 1 damage.
Well, 1d1. Roll it.
That's gonna take him too long to find.
Got it.
Wow.
Your badger just manages to kind of claw and get, again, just a bit of this and kind of biting in, which just seems to be doing something. I need you to roll a d4, please.
4.
You lose 6 points of...
Oh, man. I thought it was 4 minus what I rolled. Whew. That's mean.
As the shadows, you can kind of look up, and from the table, seem like shadowy hands are starting to kind of indent the arms of Anders and the legs.
Cool.
No, it's not.
It's the opposite.
I'm going
Okay.
to show this ritual table I look like, though, because look how cool.
That's awesome.
All right.
That you gave that to him for Christmas?
I've been
gift.
adding in the old 3D terrain as I stop by the game store.
I painted it as quick as I could, too.
All right, a long sword on you, Killian. That,
That
was
is
to
me.
hit
That
you.
will hit me.
And what is your armor class?
Well, question before I answer that, we are spending our reaction every turn already, right?
So,
Cool.
shield.
That's a hit.
Yeah. No war mage.
You take 5 points of damage. Now I'm going to see if I hit on you or a mirror image again.
That'd be a
That's
mirror image.
And here is that, which is...
You'd need a 12.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so I'm down to 1 mirror image left.
So concentration?
Concentration for
Yes.
the 1 hit I took.
So do I need to make a concentration save too?
And it's a Constitution save.
Yes.
I'll burn
Yes.
this.
This is to see if I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Are we trying to beat a 10?
That's all normal.
Like a normal.
Is it a normal?
Yeah, a normal
okay.
one. Yeah, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I'm good.
Well, I failed.
Failed. Okay.
Well, I mean, you know, we got
What was advantage for?
I'll give you advantage too, because both of you rolled in the 20s, didn't you? Didn't you roll a 20?
I rolled 24.
Yes. Yes.
All right,
we'll do that.
I'll roll 1 more.
Yeah,
then.
roll one more.
Nope.
Nah, I've already
Can't.
spent my inspiration.
We don't, yeah,
Okay.
typically,
Yeah.
unless he changes his mind.
I wasn't paying enough attention to even know that you done
Failed.
that.
Yeah.
As one hits you, your foot kicks back.
Is Maisie honking over there?
Your
Sorry.
foot kicks back and knocks some of the sand. And you see more shadows that are starting to kind of push.
Tight.
I'm sure that's okay.
It's fine.
Oh, wait, that other one over there on Elball.
Just right through my
You know
roots.
what?
What a
Just for shits, this one's gonna attack your badger.
he better not.
Yeah.
My badger has a 26 armor class.
Really?
That's a definite
Yeah.
hit.
How many hit points does it have?
450. I don't know. Probably like 5. What'd you hit
I'll
for?
roll the damage. I rolled for 6 damage.
Dude, that's a dead badger.
Probably a dead badger.
I got like 3 hit
All
points.
right. This one, another one swings around on you, Elton, misses.
Right?
As you watch it stab into your badger and that quick noise of it swings at you and you manage to just kind of block it away. Out of anger at seeing the badger harmed.
Did you you cast? Oh, you summoned it after you did your bear, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I wish I had done that.
Question.
Anarchy.
With Anaki's action, can she repair the circle?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you make a roll for it.
Fair enough.
But
Nice, good idea.
let me see what roll I'm gonna have you make.
That would be great use
Arcana?
for a unseen servant.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually gonna have you roll
Animal handling.
animal handle.
Okay.
Because I know you have a link, but you're kind of directing her bird body to do it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Come on, animal handling. What? Oh, God.
I can't even see what that is.
I'm going to burn one because it's going to cost me a whole action.
I think so, because I'm afraid more shadows are going to
Yeah, me too.
Oh!
Yeah.
Boom. Get it, Anarchy. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Castle.
You
Coach.
kind of look at Anarchy and through your link. She flies down, and I mean, you see her with her wing just kind of pressing it back together. And I don't know. It also seems like Anarchy clearly understands what needs to happen. And in fact, flies along some of the other spots that almost looked smudged as well and kind of kicks them back up. With a proficiency there.
Sweet.
Nice. Okay, Romer.
Bonus action Hex.
Got it.
Dex. For whatever reason.
What am I trying to beat?
No, he's hexing your...
I'm just hexing your dex.
Yeah, I don't
it's
even
ability
need to
checks.
say,
I know it doesn't. Yeah, it's
got it.
Alright, so Techie. 22.
Absolutely.
Do me break up this damage? It's necrotic, cold, and...
you say necrotic?
Yeah.
No, actually.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Absolutely.
22 damage.
Woo! Man, that blade lock, though.
Not bad.
You dig in and you press, and it kind of runs this thing through, and it grabs your hand. It's like, you really don't understand.
Oh, no, that's not.
You don't know what you're fighting. Anything else from you, my dude?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Them dire wolves, please.
They will continue this one.
Yep.
Got him.
Tight.
I'm glad the badger's dead because he was just hogging up time.
Yeah.
For 6.
For 6 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one, same deal. 18.
Yeah.
For 12. What about some wolves?
Yeah.
Rad Bully subscribed. Thank you so much.
Rad
And
Bully.
said, that's one for Badger.
Wait, was that a subscribe?
Yeah.
Was that a crit for the subscribe?
No, it's every 5 dice we convert to.
Oh, that's right. I kept thinking that. Okay. But that's just a guarantee.
Yeah, yep.
Nice. Thank you.
Always.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
That one also is just kind of tearing in and man to shred out some of the shadows that disappear.
Cool.
And now it's go.
You sure?
He passes. It's building energy.
So you got 2 mirrors left?
I got 2 left.
So that's first.
If he's doing that.
It's like, I don't lie. I could give you back everything you had. At least the memories.
That's him.
Hits you.
That's me, yeah.
What is your armor class, my dude?
17? Probably hit.
Yeah, it did hit. With the claws.
Yep.
You take 8 points of damage.
8.
As it kind of drags up. And then it's like, I want the same thing that your patron wants, that you will want. Things are waking up.
I don't even know what he wants.
Be like, I do. It swings on you again. That hits you.
It's you.
Yeah, it's like, what's it? Is it 8 now?
8.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it does hit you.
Okay.
6, 8, 11.
Alright.
You take 6 points of damage
6,
on that
alright.
one. As its battle axe digs in.
2 concentrations, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You can still make those at advantage.
God, I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting how great weapon fighting. I don't think it would have actually mattered on that last one. Alright, so concentration 2.
Yes.
First one, yeah, roll a 19 and a 13.
Yep. You hold on.
That's the sound of the shadows pushing against the darkness.
Just
Furniture in the room.
Somebody's moving a Chez.
shed.
Chez, sorry.
Shiz.
Killian.
All right. I think Killian is going to continue to...
Third face is added. Your own master.
Oh, man.
Aristophanes. Seems bent, and you can see what looks like clearly a wound that's almost smoking. also. Trying to tell you something.
Can he try to read the lips of his own shadow at all?
You can try. Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation or perception.
I'll go with investigation, if that's all right.
No.
Oh, man.
I mean, there are shadowy spectral warriors around you, and you're just looking in moments. But please, go ahead with the rest of
All
the
right,
job.
we'll try again. Gonna continue Shocking Grasp. I don't have advantage now. Oh my god, why are my dice suddenly turning to ass? Every roll. That Shocking Grasp isn't worth a reroll.
No.
That's me. Yeah, he's distracted, trying to figure out what's going on.
Shadows are pressing in on all
Switch
of
these
you.
dice out. You know how it goes.
Helden is there. Mushrooms are kind of growing out. And he's looking actually somewhat neutral. Like there doesn't seem to be anything good or ill. That's what you see though.
Just in my mind or in the shadows?
In the shadows.
Okay.
And it is right next to the Cholton, who still looks pleadingly. Go on with your turn.
That was my ups. Okay.
Yes.
If I throw something at him, that's a disadvantage because I'm engaged, or okay.
If it's a ranged attack, yeah.
Okay then.
If it's just a save, then it's just a save.
I was gonna throw a mistletoe dart, but I will primally Savagerize.
Do it. That's it.
2d10, which are these?
Which are not 12.
410.
Nice.
Again, you're kind of now just shredding across, and you can hear tearing almost as shadows continue to fall around you. Okay, it's their turn.
My badger's dead. So.
Okay. You have mirror images left?
One mirror image left.
Okay. I hit
hits
your
the
mirror
image.
image.
Second 20.
But you miss
And
it.
I missed it.
Yeah, man. Welcome to DM.
Welcome to DM.
He has 2 attacks, right?
He does have 2 attacks. So here's the second one.
That's
That's
me.
you. And what was your armor
Yep,
class?
no, that'll probably get
Yeah,
me.
I'm sure that'll.
I'm a 15.
Yeah. You take 10 points of damage, my dude.
Concentration.
Yes, sir. Advantage still?
Yep.
Be better dice. Yes.
Oh, what was it, 11?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw 1.
Elvin, this one on you.
Survivorship here, real quick.
I'm using up all those 20s on
Thanks.
it also
You're
misses. You
so
are
handsome.
kind of deftly dodging as it tries to hit. It almost seems like your body is not quite moving like a man. There is a bit where you almost seem to like bones are just, I don't know, like more flexible to kind of move out of the way.
Like vines.
Yep. Anarchy.
Anarchy will... She's gonna stay engaged with the Spectre, and she'll give me the help action now. Feathers all aflutter. She'll be dive bombing it, sort of.
Roamer.
All right. Just swinging the old sword, just a Jatha.
Just that little thing.
21.
Yep.
I get to reroll this. To the same. So that's 14.
14. Okay, here's what happens, yo. Dig in one last time, and you swear, though you just, maybe it's a trick of the mind, you feel like you see hands coming out of the sword that grab and continue to pull.
Oh, like pull the blade.
Pull
Oh,
the
that's
blade
awesome.
in.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it kind of falls to you, and it's like, you'll be back before the end. Trust me. It falls, the shadows disappear. The lights come back on in the room.
Tight.
I kind of look around, like kind of wide-eyed, blade still clenched in my hand. Is that it?
Do the images that Killian was seeing disappear too? Oh man, I think he'd be like, no, wait! And then catch himself.
I will say, as they're kind of exiting into like a mist, like they're blowing away, the last you do see that you didn't before was like another Anarchy that is a bit slower to kind of blow away. The bird Anarchy.
The bird. Right.
Those two. The lights come up. Belle, fucking sweating, picks up the amulet.
Tell me steam is coming out of it.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. Like,
Is it in there?
oh yeah, it's in there.
What are you going to do with it?
He's like, well, you guys will see. Gotta put it somewhere. He's like, all right. Pours a potion down Anders, and Anders wakes up. He's like, I'm alone. I'm alone. There's nobody else in here. I feel like I've been carrying a mountain on my back for centuries, and it's gone. It's gone.
Albin would just sigh.
I'll reach in my pack and pull a bottle of wine out quickly, and then uncork it and have a drink.
I think Killian would put a hand on Elbin's back, just understanding what he went through. Kind of the little squeeze and the pat.
Who's a good boy?
He hugs Belle and like kind of around Belle's center since he's still standing. He goes, "Thank you, Belle. I knew it. They say you're not good, but I know you had a good heart." He's like, "Of course, mate. Of course." He's like, "It did hurt, though. You fucking lied." It's like, yeah, thought I might. It's like, all right. Well, good job, mates.
Glad we could help.
Anders, I'm gonna leave you here to get your stuff. Get you out of here at some point, but take the day, mate. He's like, I will.
Keep the bottle.
Thank you again, sir.
Speaking of sir.
It's like, all right, mates. One last stop and it's on the way. Right outside of the Dark Bazaar.
All right.
Anders, I'll catch up with you later. It's like, thank you, Belle. Thank the rest of you, too.
You're very welcome.
It's a kind of stretch.
I think Romer's kind of got his crooked smile. He just kind of feels a little better about himself.
We did good.
Yeah.
I think Killian will pull Anarchy down and just be looking at her, like trying to figure out what he missed. I think I'd even say, like, what did I miss? Put her back.
You get that Anarchy almost seems to be feeling the same thing or thinking the same thing, or maybe knows but doesn't know. Seems like she's confused. You guys head through. It takes a long time to get ready to go. Calimport is massive. You kind of continue to go down alleys that continue to descend into small staircases and doors that kind of tip and turn. As you get further down, the staircases don't seem to make sense. Like, you feel like you're walking up as you're walking down. Like, gravity seems like it's not working the same way. He's like, yep, we're starting to enter the realm. Not quite into the bazaar proper, but just one more stop. You boys, just join me in here, if you would. You don't have to say anything. Don't have to do anything. Just be there.
All right, fair enough.
Stop at a door. There's infernal written all around the edges of it. Just, Danny, have you read Infernal? You get that it looks like it is a business of some sort or like a bar, but I mean, it's basically the exact contract of what happens when you enter the rules of the house.
Oh, cool. He just kind of shivers as he reads it.
Bell pushes through. There are some straight up, like, barbed fucking devils through the other side of the door that are like, it's like, they're like, ah, Bell. Didn't think we'd be seeing your face. He's like, what can I say, mates? They're like, we hear bad news for you. Who are your friends? He's like, don't concern yourself with them, mates. He's like, I need to see Ammon. I'm like, of course you do, and Ammon wants to see you. We hope you have his payment. That would be very bad if you did not. For you, not for us. In fact, we're hoping you don't have it. He's like, why don't you just let me speak to Ammon? I'm like, of course. I'm like, please, make yourselves comfortable. And they walk. One walks ahead of you, one walks behind you, and they're very calculated, just... And it's like, different. You are so different.
And you. You just gotta...
One knocks at the door, it's like, great, Ammon, you have a guest. It is Bellarmine. It's like, send him in. All of you enter, and there's a large, looks like just a desk, like for like a merchant. And there is a finely inhuman merchant, like nobility, appointed a devil. They're like, Bell, have you come to give me 3 souls as payment because you owe far more than that? He's like, nope, I didn't. I came to give you something different. An old friend of yours. He's like, I wanted both the friend and the host. He's like, yeah, but I got the friend. And pulls up the amulet and like, sets it down. Where's the host? He's like, he died. He's like, Bell, your game is tired. I'm done with you, charlatan. I want the other half. This is only half of what you owe me. He's like, yeah, I know, but you'll take it. He's like, the bean stands. He's like, excuse me. We're going to rip you apart piece by piece, Bell. You have few people left. Clearly these aren't your friends as they're still alive. He seems to recoil.
May not be his friends, but we will have his back here.
He's like, Bell's like, He's like, hold on, let me... He's like, yeah. And anyway, these 3, they destroyed Demiurge. And he's like, nonsense. We heard Demiurge is dead. They're like, oh yeah. Like, consult the bowl. I'm not even lying. He's like, you're conning me. He's like, swear to gods, or the hells, whichever, consult the bowl. He goes over and pulls out a bowl of water and taps it. Whispers something. And he looks up at the 3 of you. And he's like, that's right, mate. They killed a prince of the abyss. What do you think they'll do to a pissant like you?
Robert will laugh. Under his breath, but yeah.
He's like, I'll take half. Your debt's paid. This is the end of it, though, Bell. Nobody left to scam. He's like, yep. He's like, I think we can go now, boys.
Yeah, well, that's probably... It's a pretty deep sigh.
You guys exit the bearded devils. Fascinating to meet you all. Join us again sometime.
I was like...
exits, and he's like, what a twat. Just, well, boys, appreciate all the help. Shouldn't be hard. He's like, extra gold, restoration spell. It's like, don't think gold will get you too much, though, in the Dark Bazaar. Things ain't paid for in gold there.
Trade.
Not everything you'd like to trade either.
I can imagine. Well,
gold will still get you somewhere, though.
Still don't like you, but I think we did a good thing today.
He's like, I think we did too, mates. He's like, you guys, go ask for Mr. E.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you again.
Well, if I'm lucky, mates.
I like you for what it's worth, pal.
Thanks, Elvin. I like you too. I like you too. And I like you. I like you the least of the likes that I have, but I do like you. Good luck, mates. And safe travels to wherever you're going.
Alright, as he's kind of walking away, I'll walk up, kind of side by Killian, and I'll kind of have my hand on the sword, and I'll say, this blade, you may not like this, is very good at killing wizards. If those red wizards come, they're going to have to come through me first. You got my word.
I appreciate that. Someday I hope it will get to draw their blood.
I'm sure it will.
But not yet. Yeah, Killian put his hand on the shoulder like, thank you.
Now let's get me unaged, de-aged, younger.
Chasing
I
the
don't
fountain
think everything's working down there.
I don't know. I like having a grandfather.
All right, shake my head and just head on.
It's the front doors are there. On one is clearly what looks like a celestial, and on the other is like a demon that buzzes
Nice.
their guards.
Cool.
And they're like, they look at all of you and they're like, by invitation only, you have been invited. And they open the doors. What you see as you enter the bazaar defies space and time. It circles up into a circle almost that you could you see people walking kind of like ahead of you and up, and it continues to go out. Like the entire thing is like it's inside of a sphere, but it's also like folding in on itself.
Non-Euclidean, you might say.
You nerd.
Yes.
How bizarre.
God damn it.
God, I forgot how much I hate Andrew for 30 seconds. Shall we?
I need to find someone to restoration me.
Somebody seems to be looks like a young human, and he looks at the three of you. He's like, and he starts walking over toward you.
Can we help you?
He's like, yes, I'm here to collect you for Mr. E.
Yes.
I'm his page.
Yeah.
Of course, thank you.
Before we go on, careful viewers, you should know, that's where I first met them, before I was that page.
Oh.
Tight.
Nice. I like it.
Little Darjeeling limited a little bit there.
Continues to lead. All of you nearly get vertigo, kind of, as you're heading through. And you come to, looks like a fairly innocuous house. And the page enters and he's like, Mr. E will be right back through there. You are expected.
Well, thank you.
Of course. He kind of goes off into another room.
Shall we?
Yes. All right. Just,
Onward we go.
yeah.
You enter a room, and what you see is it is crowded. It is a crowded space. There are a number of looks like items, maybe art, maybe arcane things. It looks like strange instruments kind of spinning around. Others just gathering dust, a couple skulls, papers and books stacked up. You see another desk and somebody sitting behind it, kind of salt and pepper gray hair, long beard, kind of long hair. Up above, you see a sword that's kind of mounted on the wall, and in the corner, you see a staff that has a red jewel on top and feathers kind of hanging. That's it. He's like, "What took you so bloody long?" Like, "I put an invitation at the Dark Bazaar 2 days ago. Didn't Bell tell you?"
Well, we got distracted.
Bell told us in a very roundabout way. You know Bell, so you can probably extrapolate what I mean by that.
He's like, "By the gods, I hate that man."
Me too. I don't hate him, actually.
Pretty close.
He's like, "Well, welcome. My name is... Mr. E is fine." Like, I think we have things to discuss. What do you know about the thing that you are carrying?
Oh, what thing?
Maisie. Sorry. Feel free to give her a little tap there.
I can't, you're too cute. He's like, "The amber."
We know next to nothing. It fell and knocked a god out.
Of course it did. Yes. Many of us in the community know what you've done in Chult, as well as know what you are. All three of you.
Well, you'll have to elaborate because we have no idea what you're talking about. Well, we know about Elpin.
Indeed. Well, you woke up a god, and you all managed to, especially you specifically, managed to destroy a Prince of the Abyss. That's a Prince of the Abyss. Like, one of the largest demons. A demiurge. That's not the most pressing problem, though.
No.
No. That is...
Killian will kind of be holding it.
Things are transpiring on Toriel currently. I'm afraid that a threat has come through this realm. Do you understand about the realms?
Of course.
Different planes of existence?
Uh-huh.
Well, these entities are an entire pantheon of gods. Dead gods, buried gods, imprisoned gods. They should not be here. In fact, they shouldn't be anywhere but in the prison that they were put in. But they are. Others are dealing with the threat to the north. Other minds than this one will handle that. Though I keep an eye on everything that happens here. You have a piece of one that, from my sources I can tell, isn't just located in Toriel, though it affects things here too. It's spread out, splintered. It's a powerful god, a rogue from even the others.
But that's a piece of a god?
It's a piece of what holds it. Was a sarcophagus in a way. A prison within the prison that it was set, though each of it holds a bit of power, though that one seems to have receded back into the main sarcophagus. But any one of those pieces can cause harm. Clearly one that small knocked out a god.
I think I understand.
For whatever reason, you seem to be uniquely suited to dealing with this. Others have tried and failed so far, but The question is this, and that will lead to which this god is. What do sleeping gods dream about? Anyone?
No idea.
Waking up.
Well, that's probably a good idea, yeah.
And this one, specifically, if I'm correct, is Phobator. The frightening, the nightmare.
Can we destroy the amber? Would that help?
That piece? No. You'd have to destroy what's inside of it, though collecting it is fairly necessary. But more so, you need to get pieces to do it. These gods were banished at one time. They can be banished again.
And you want us to do that?
Yes.
And what will they do if we don't?
Destroy the world.
The Pantheon? I have no idea what great evil gods could possibly want to do.
Wouldn't the other gods want to do something about that?
I imagine they would. This one, I don't even think they liked. It's part of it. From what I remember from my reading.
At the very least, it would be chaos.
It's God. I mean, what are we going to do?
Well, you've already defeated it once. To some degree, you drove it back. You woke up a tail. Might be something like that. There are other powers besides this. Some that might be able to banish them again.
So this god, it's splintered. Multiples of these.
Yes.
And if we could continue to defeat it, you cut away its power bit by bit.
That. But it might take more than that. It might need to be banished again or destroyed. Perpetually. To carry it on.
What would you have us do next?
I would have you travel to different places, faraway places, potentially. Gather knowledge that needs to be gathered, stop what needs to be stopped.
Seems like we're pretty well intertwined in this one way or another, whether we wanted to or not. Rather be proactive about it than sit back and watch it happen.
I agree.
I'm in.
I've already made more gold than I expected to make.
I was going to say Killian might expect some gold.
But I may not survive the trip in this form. Been aged a bit.
Yes. Well, I can have somebody correct that for you.
He's dropped the bag of gold.
He's like,
He didn't even look at it.
he's like, I don't need the gold. He's like, I will have somebody cure you. I would, if I could. Seems to be upset. I would if I could. That's my answer for so many things these days, I'm afraid. Well, on the upside, you will need a way to get to these far-flung places because they aren't, they aren't all technically here on this earth.
So, we're in the sky.
Other planes.
Other planes. You two are familiar with them, I think.
We've already traveled. Where was it that we were?
I know where you were, and in fact, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But the first thing we need is information.
From that place.
From the prison that they were once held.
Alright, shouldn't be a problem. We've befriended the Lord there.
Indeed you have, which, I won't lie to you, is a big piece of why you're chosen and entangled in this. You see, I believe you were given permission to enter, the two of you. You, not so much, but it might not matter.
I'm with them.
He seemed like a wise leader. I'm sure he'd understand us bringing a guest.
Do you now? Do you? It will not be the same place that you remember, I'm afraid. A far darker place. One of much suffering, but it is a prison. It is a planar prison. I think some of the back ways along with that permission will allow you to enter, potentially even leave. But I don't know. I believe that there is a book in the library of the Lord of Barovia in Castle Ravenloft.
It was under construction when we were there.
Has he finished it?
Sounds like a nice place.
Seemed pleasant enough. It's fine when we went.
Yeah, it was cool. It's all sunny. And
Yeah.
It's like, that place is a hellscape.
Of course
Few
it is.
people fear it as much as anywhere else.
Was he taken over then?
We were just there. It was pleasant.
The way you get there, I can't tell you the way that time works. You went from the Feywild. The time in the Fey doesn't work the same. You may get there a day after you left, and that wouldn't be very helpful because the book wouldn't be there at that point. You may enter there hundreds of years later. Anyway, that's the bad news. Let me give you the good news. I've been talking to a friend of yours, and you have a gift. A way to travel. Do you want to see the gift?
Of course.
He has a mirror that looks like it's standing, but instead of kind of twisting it up, he spins it, and as it stops, you see the familiar face of Lucien Skyhorn standing on the other, and it's in the top of the lighthouse.
Tight.
And Mr. E's like, refuses to leave the lighthouse, I'm afraid, so we'll all have to go there.
Through the mirror.
Through the mirror. You'd be surprised how much you can do going through mirrors.
Killian wouldn't hesitate.
You step through and you can smell the sea air and the kind of cool, damp breeze at the top of the lighthouse. And Lucien's like, welcome, my boy.
It's good to see you, Lucien. I didn't know.
All will be revealed. You all step through. Mr. E is on the other side, is like, he pulls out a scroll and hands it to Lucien. Lucien's like, He's like, I cannot join you there, but hopefully Master Lucien will explain. Good luck.
Wait! I'm still old.
Lucien's like, indeed you are. Looks at the spell. It's like, says a few words, the spell, and you see Romer go back.
He looks down. Oh, good.
You look less wise all of a sudden.
I feel normal, though, which is about right.
Suits your mind.
Yeah.
Lucien's like, well,
Thank you.
of course. Well, since Killian has agreed to look over the lighthouse, it is now entrusted to you, and to some degree has chosen you.
I assumed this would be many years. Until?
You're like, this lighthouse is still mine for now and in my keeping. But the other Skyhorn Sanctum, that will be yours. He undoes what looks like an hourglass, and you see there's a lighthouse on the top. And he tips over the hourglass, and you can feel the entire place feel like it's spinning upside down. And in fact it is, and you can just kind of walk along the walls.
I was like, oh my god.
Until you're on the ceiling, and that same iron door that was there, that was like beautifully kind of carved.
The one that he had like the way to get through to get
yeah,
down.
where he kept kind of heating
it up with heat metal. Yeah.
He's like, that key.
Right.
Put it in there. It opens, and it seems like you're in the tower of another lighthouse. As you step through, though, it's a bit different. It still has a lighthouse light, but it also looks like it has a small, like, kind of brass, it's basically a telescope is what it looks like. But throughout it is all domed in different panes of glass that are different colors. So it's all just different colored
like a
glass
mosaic.
that looks like a mosaic. Some are cracked. Some are very, like, warped. And Lucien's like, you saw a piece of this when you were at the bottom of this lighthouse. This was built on top of another that exists both here and not here. It's been closed for years. But it seemed to have opened up for all of you. And when your friend, Mr. E, explained some of the situation, I think you need to bring the light to other places. So I bequeath this to you, but all three of you may live here. It's rather fascinating. One, that key, wherever you are, put it in any door, and you'll end back up at this lighthouse, right here. Anywhere.
Any one of us or just him?
If the door's open, as soon as you close it, you can all enter.
But he's the only one that can open it.
He's the only one who can open it. Whoever holds the key. If he opens it, or if he agrees that if any of you open it, it's the same. My wife had one, though the lighthouse was mine. There's only one key, but if you all agree, I'm sure it will work for anyone. Here's the rather fascinating part. The sanctum is like a ship. And it can travel all over. Point the light where you want to go, and it'll take you there. Anywhere in this world. If you move the panes to other realms as well.
Is there like a book on how to do this?
There are maps. Some you can still tell, though. This is a limited scrying device. You can all take a look. As you each kind of peer through each pane of glass, you can see almost a warped-like image of just different places. Mm-hmm. You see a desert planet that looks just barren, and you see creatures are like, are those dwarves or men? I don't know. It looks like a savage world.
Is there a dark sun? Reddish?
There is, in fact, a dark sun, it looks like.
Tight.
You look through others, they look, incredibly similar to this one, but somehow you're like, that seems different. Some that look, like, is that technology doing those things?
Awesome.
Right. You're pointed where you want to go, and you can go. If you need to get back, this device shows you where my lighthouse light is. You'll have to connect to the lights, and you can travel back to this realm. Be warned, though. Once it travels, it must stay for at least a day, until the next dawn. It cannot move. Know that every time you enter through that key, time doesn't work the same. There's a dilation. It'll be hours before you get back to the same location. But it'll stay. That doorway stays until you choose not to have it.
Well, this is a great gift.
I'm speechless.
This tower is buried. As you can see, it's partially two towers. And as you look kind of out and down, you can see that clearly what's a floor down from you has a small like causeway bridge to another smaller tower. But it's all been covered in rock. And the way you kind of look at it, it looks like it's been submerged underwater.
So if we look through like the spyglass, does it like look to our destination where we want to teleport or transport?
He kind of shows you like the basics of the map where you look through, and he's like, he's like, it's not exact. It's a bit of a negotiation. Like light doesn't move the same way through each one of these panes of glass, and nobody's used this in ages. There are other benefits. If you can continue to clear out the tower beneath, then there are other secrets to be had. There's magic in this place that could be restored.
This is incredible.
It sounds like you'll need it.
I think we're up for the task.
Well, I suppose you'll need a bit of help. Friend Mr. E sent a few friends to aid you in making this place run again.
Good big bag of gold, too.
The first you actually see is the sailor that you played chess with, that you saved that water elemental.
Nice.
Marlin? No.
Might have been.
I will not remember.
I'm not going to lie to you, I don't remember right at this moment.
I have Marlin written down. I've got Sheila written down.
Sheila was the
The
captain.
captain, yeah. Wharton was a dwarf. Buckley.
Oh, I think it was Buckley.
I think it was Buckley.
I think it was Buckley.
Yeah, it was
Sounds
Buckley.
Buckley comes in, he's like, Cap, heard about what you're doing? Tired of being on ships. Good with my hands, though. I can clear out some of this. We've already taken a bit of a look. And the lady tells me she's got a couple other good ideas. In yellow robes, kind of wrapped up, Amelia Greyheart comes in.
And I think Killian will kind of be like,
Heard you lads might need somebody to look over a magical tower while you're gone.
just watch out for any strange bottles.
Well, the good thing is, what we can do at this place is research. Magic place like this. Can imagine it. Collect books from different planes of existence. Might not be a moving mansion, but it sounds pretty damn good to me.
Killian would have to crouch a little with a satchel.
Lucien, like, well, might as well give it a try. Your friend Mr. E said this is where you want to go first.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Sounds good.
By all means, lighthouse keeper.
He'll look for the right pane of glass.
Kind of look through with the telescope. You look at this. You've been given the kind of basic info on how to align it. You think you got it. You look through. You see looks like woods. Barren woods. both of you move the light while he points it out. You point the light through the glass. It fills up, and you can see through the glass around you just a maelstrom around you, and then a lurch. And you're looking out. Place hills, trees are dark against the sky. You see an old, looks like a church, almost a cathedral, broken glass windows. You see a red wagon sitting out front. And that, my friends, is where
Tight.
Good, man.
leave it
Yes.
for
That was
tonight.
good.
So good. I love
I
it.
have nothing clever to say at the end of that
That was good.
I know we're a little late, but I
It
wanted
was an emotional roller coaster. It was.
wanted to get y'all Sanctum. So, I mean, just to let you guys know what's going to
That was
happen.
awesome.
Ultimately, it's going to use the Wizard's Tower stats for the most part.
For strongholds.
From strongholds and
From
followers.
strongholds and followers. However,
good.
each one of you will give it a layer action. So it'll have 3 layer actions, but each of you will use one. There'll be other benefits that you can each kind of do with your classes. You will also each get the class benefit as if you had your own stronghold.
Oh, wow.
So you will get the
awesome.
class benefit. It's a little small right now, but your followers will be more like singular people for now. That'll serve as like a whole unit, kind of the special allies.
Right.
But
So good.
you've got Buckley, who's mostly going to be doing excavation, and you have Amelia, who will be doing
Research.
running the magic part
Gotcha.
while you're
Tight.
away.
I love it. That's really cool.
So, and there'll be we'll do more of it in chat.
No. He's got a badger.
Yeah. Andrew gets a badge.
He gets a badger.
Anytime. You can call on it
Yeah,
anytime.
anytime. I can't do that.
There'll be stuff for each of y'all to do
Cool.
in the stronghold. So I'm kind of pulling pieces of it, but
It's awesome, man.
y'all have basically a crawl castle teleporting through town.
Dude, that's exactly. I was like, I want the glaive.
That's freaking fantastic, man.
Oh,
I
man.
love it. Good sesh.
Tight, y'all.
That was
good.
awesome.
All right, cool. What else we got? I think that's it. Level 6.
Yes.
Oh!
Y'all are, in fact, level 6.
Tight.
Level 6, magic stronghold.
When we align
I'm a
it.
giver.
What did you ever do for us, Sean?
Thank you, my dude. That
I
was,
knew all that browbeating would come.
yeah,
You know, would
It's only
would
because we
work out.
bothered him about it.
Yeah.
that was fun. All right. Whew.
Y'all dig Bell's schemes?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great. I love the tie into the lore. I love visiting Barovia right now.
Also, thank you so, Maddie. I know that
Oh, what's up, Maddie? Thank
did
you.
that later on this stream. We'll save some of those.
Cool.
We'll save some of those for later.
All right, man.
I can see how that encounter could have gone real south real fast.
I wanted to test out those mechanics a little bit.
That was fun. Those were good mechanics.
I didn't want it to be cumbersome, but I wanted
No, it
to.
was
Yeah, that
just
was
right. You nailed it just
I
right,
liked it.
man. That was really good. Great job. That was fantastic.
All right, y'all. Thank you, everyone. Catch us Sunday. We'll
Tight.
be doing Waterdeep.
We'll be doing Waterdeep, Deep Water.
Hopefully, weather permitting.
Weather permitting. That's
Water
what
permitting.
we're supposed to get lots of snow, so we might be not under the sea, but under the snow. All right, thanks, y'all. That was awesome.
you, y'all.
Thank you, Sean. That was great.
Thanks, y'all.
Dudes.